I didn't heard about it before.
False sense of love, and then
I wouldn't even say that's false because I still want it.
And that's fine.
I still think I can
But
definitely
in the
get
moment.
it with the person I want it with.
I think you just understand what you actually have to do
To get
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I really think it is.
If there's gay animals, God didn't make them.
When
In the
God
Bible, he ain't again. He's not with that gay shit. So that means one of two things, right? That nigga ain't real because it's gay animals.
Hey,
Or
look, when God
like
put
you
that
said.
male G spot up the booty hole, I'm head out.
what did I walk into?
And Jackie ends the conversation with the slam dunk. All right.
Oh man.
Y'all ready now?
So that's for letting Eve grab the damn apple. I told you to keep the bitch away.
He's like, what? Like, look, you got.
He
You
said,
got
yeah.
all the power in the
I'm
universe.
gonna get a bitch's period for child.
You ain't build no fence
Oh,
around
I
the
got
tree.
something for you.
Y'all gotta deal with these
Prostate.
bitches.
Prostate. Say that with me. Prostate. Agree.
He was like, nigga, we didn't know what an apple is. Why don't you put him on a redwood? We can't climb that high. Come on, man.
We
You gonna
can't
blame
even
us?
read, nigga.
You gonna blame us? We
You
don't know
put
what-
it as and said, hey, these delicious as a motherfucker, but don't eat them.
So hold
He
on.
got me fucked. Who the fuck he
Hold
think
on, wait a
he
minute.
is, nigga? You know you gotta wipe the apple. Who the fuck he think he is, nigga?
Right.
Adam and Eve couldn't have known how to read, but because it wasn't a thing yet. So how the fuck did God tell them don't eat the apple? They didn't even know what the fuck an apple was.
What they got to
What'd
do
he
with
say?
reading?
Don't eat the red shit because it's red grapes. It got a leaf.
Listen.
Hold on, wait a minute though. What they got to do with reading?
I know. Though.
Now here you go.
How the fuck you this this shit
was
right
for the
here,
animal.
nigga?
That's what it was.
Don't touch
The
them
first time
motherfuckers.
Adam reached out.
Look, nigga playing whole charade.
And then how
He
the
reached
fuck?
to the banana. Okay.
Oh,
This tree.
a banana.
Different fruits. You.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, he looking stupid like you talking to a dog. This tree gonna give you runs.
Apparently they grow on the same tree now. You know what?
How the fuck Eve understand the serpent? She
Cause
should
she
have
was
been
such-
slithering.
She been sucking Adam dick, so she's saying something long.
Ew.
Martin said hello.
Ooh-wee.
Adam was
But
white.
that's the
It
first
was nice.
time a
He
white
didn't know what
woman.
hammer was.
That's the first time a white woman been tempted by a black cop,
First of all, if Jesus,
Eve and the serpent.
Ooh, Shanae.
Because don't the Bible say that was a black snake?
I ain't read it.
I read it.
I mean,
Ugh, she
I
sucked
just
that
want to.
uncircumcised penis. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's
Girls are
nasty.
actually
And-
out there sucking
and-
uncircumcised.
Yes, I know one that has, and that
And,
is
and you
disgusting.
know they
I
didn't
feel like
wash
people out there
properly
sucking
back
horse
then,
dick,
so it was
so-
all shit in the
Niggas don't wash properly today. Niggas got dick cheese all up in their
Oh
shit.
God.
Wait a minute, I got one of those,
Penile
and that's new to
gouda?
me.
Whoa, what?
You want circumcised?
What?
Wait, you got
That's Lala.
some?
I
You
said I
got
got a
some
dick.
smegma?
I got a dick because I'm a dude.
I thought
right?
you were talking about
see,
you was
I thought you were talking about
like,
this.
No, my brother. No, my brother.
Fucking add ear.
I
I have
look
a
back
doctor
at
I
her
can
like,
recommend.
No.
I
I was just saying dick cheese is new. to
oh,
me.
we
I
thought
like,
you was talking about the smegma.
I was trying to ask a personal question. Like, do you ever get the skin stuck between your teeth?
I look back at her like you back here eating goat cheese. What's going
Leave
on?
my girlfriend alone. It's okay, boo.
No, I looked at her because I didn't know.
No.
Say, baby, don't transfer
No,
shit.
she's not in the circle.
Baby, don't
okay?
say shit.
Good lord, what is up with y'all? Y'all own one today. Fuck that, y'all own two.
he's like, you know what? Before we start, I'm out.
I am head out.
Right. He's like, all right, I'm out.
All right. So this is another episode of Verbal Vitamin, and we found out so far that Byron has dick
Get
cheese.
the
Is
fuck out of here with that.
Is it like cottage cheese or is it more like
No.
the
I'm
block of
asking what it
cheese?
is.
it more of a yogurt consistency?
That's the thing.
K-R-A-F-T.
Yo, Clay,
Y'all not
Activa,
talking
Is it old milk?
Activia.
Yeah.
What color is it? Is it like
I
a
thought we was
grayish,
starting.
dirty?
I thought we was
Yellow,
starting.
green?
I thought we was starting. I thought we was starting.
He will force this conversation forward. He was like, moving on.
I thought we was starting.
Get my dick
With all
cheese
his
out the
might.
conversation.
I cleaned it this morning.
Oh my.
Everybody ready to introduce themselves?
It's not even dick cheese, it's dick milk right now.
More like a dick
The
yogurt.
cheese hasn't caught it.
Like a parfait.
We're still not starting. I thought we were starting. Okay. I'm over it. I'm over it.
So I feel like the name of the episode is Dick
Dick
Cheese.
Cheese.
Yes, dick cheese. Yes.
That was early Probably too.
One dick cheese me.
He said one dick cheese and one pussy, please. One pussy and a
With a side of honey mustard. Hold the
Big cheese
pickles.
crumbles.
It's like,
Hold the pickles.
Big cheese, bro.
it's like
Y'all
blue
own
cheese.
one.
That's disgusting because I have blue cheese crumbles in my freezer, in my refrigerator right now. That sucks.
Oh, don't get mixed up with the dick cheese.
Yeah, that's what I gotta keep in mind.
Especially if you like
One
something
day I spilled the.
Oh no, when you clean out the
into
refrigerator,
dick
ooh, that look
cheese
like dick
crumble.
cheese.
Ruined the whole meal.
It's like a
Throw that away.
fat-
Throw that away.
Still going.
One day my dick cheese and my
know,
blue cheese
it's a
touched,
whole
and I was
bunch of-
through.
Is the moon made out of dick cheese?
It's a whole bunch
Possibly.
of savages out there.
Possibly. I never thought of it
Oh
like
my
that.
God! You're a genius.
Fucking mind
You're a
blown. I never
genius.
thought of it like that.
Boom. Think about it this way.
Why are we thinking about it?
Circumcision is a Jewish thing, right?
Okay.
Where God come from, right? God originally
So God
started
was
with.
pro dick cheese.
No, listen.
He said, alright, I'm out.
Listen,
Put a little dick
listen.
cheese on it. I'm out.
Listen, it's Sunday and I got a sermon for you, all right? So check this out. Check
Dick
this out.
cheese, baby.
Watch how I break this down.
All right.
Judaism started off the 3 Abrahamic religions, right? And in Judaism, they start getting circumcised first, right? The moon is dick cheese because God got his dick circumcised. And he took the leftover cheese and made the moon.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
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 Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you like how I put that together? You like that?
So wait a minute.
Scientists.
The man on the moon, in the moon,
is God shaving off his dick cheese.
I was gonna say uncircumcised, but okay. We just on 2 different pages. Maybe the same book. That's okay.
It's all in the same.
That's okay.
It's all in the same dick
He's on
cheese.
volume 2.
It's all in the same dick cheese
Why would you
series.
spoil it?
Hmm?
Why would you spoil it? If you
rest
on
in
volume
peace.
It's a
2?
saga. It's not a
What's his dick
series.
cheese?
Ah.
Spoiled.
It's a dick cheese
There's
saga.
a difference.
Ooh, kind of like Twilight.
Because every saga, you got to
Not
be the
Twilight.
bad guy, right?
Hmm?
Every saga, you got to be the bad guy. So, yeah.
When it
Well-
snows, is that dick cheese?
Stop, because I like the snow.
That's dandruff.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
I'm
dick
getting-
dandruff.
Getting it mixed up.
That's
there.
God not using his head and shoulders.
Well, it's actually frozen
I
precipitation.
threw some up there too. It never came down, so I assumed to use it. Head and shoulders. Yeah.
No, he hit his head and fell off his shoulders.
Ah, that's what happened. Damn
So damn.
it.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
got to throw hard.
Okay.
Is the helpless ghost in heaven without his head, or in hell, whichever one he is?
Who the hell is
Did he
Northman?
take his head to
Who?
the
What
afterlife?
hell?
Who?
I
Did
think
he
it-
get his head?
What
back
if he
on
got his head
shoulders?
cut
I
off
thought his head was.
and
a-
his girl
oh.
kept his head for certain purposes while he was dead?
Every time the hell
To eat the dick cheese.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Knick knack, patty.
Give a dog some dick cheese.
Oh my god.
You know,
There's only so much
that
that I
was
can
perfection
take.
at its finest.
I mean,
Innovation.
Are you
you
mad
give a
because you got
dog a
dick cheese?
bone,
Good morning.
and
You
what?
mad because you got dick cheese?
No, I got dick cheese.
Baby, I ain't got
I ain't got dick
He
cheese.
said, you better not fucking move.
I was trying to figure out your socks.
He was like, baby, I ain't got no dick cheese,
He
do
said,
it.
you said, you better.
He turned around and gave a look. Don't you say a word.
He did that
Oh
guy.
my
She
God.
looked.
Don't you tell them
She
nothing.
said she wasn't in the circle. And she not your girlfriend,
Well,
she's mine.
I don't know what you're talking about. I still don't know what
She
you're
said
talking
she's
about.
tired
I
of
don't.
dick cheese, bro.
He looked like he looked
He
back.
wasn't talking to
Look.
me.
He said he wasn't
That's all
talking
it
to me.
was.
So she,
He looked
I
back
was
like
just trying
he
to
said
figure out
he
who you
think ain't
was
no
talking
bagels going down this week.
oh man,
He said, we don't even eat cheese.
we're lactosing around here.
No cheddar,
man.
Parmesan, nothing, goddamn it. We
Shit.
eat barbecue
Sharp
sauce.
treasure.
Just a house full of empty bagels.
That's unfortunate. Hey, that's unfortunate. Imagine a life there. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
House full of empty bagels.
What do they do with the skin after they circumcise the boy, though?
Yo, I thought we were starting.
What do they take?
We have.
They keep the tips.
Let me just put the tip in.
So they're waiters.
So that's a charge.
There's the tip you were looking for.
That's hilarious.
That was right.
That's nice.
That was good. You
That was-
did
I got to
today,
shake your
Ty.
hand on that.
Welcome
I like
to
that.
the
I like
Verbal
that.
Vitamin
All right.
Podcast.
And welcome to the Verbal Vitamin Podcast.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yes,
dun.
this is Nigel.
Dun, 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 dun.
The old great and powerful. Ask around, they'll say the same thing.
Niggas be lying.
That's Dick Cheese McGee. Coming to you from Verbal Vitamin.
Oh my god.
Oh man, it's Jackie. Same motherfucker, different day.
Byron Thompson, owner of Thompson Ethics LLC. My phone number is 314-941-4013.
Dick cheese. Hold the dick cheese, please.
Soldier Boy up in there.
Still just Mark. Still here chilling.
Nick Fury is back. Without cheese. I am quite vegan. So,
You think Dick Fury?
Vegan.
Okay.
yeah, my house won't be.
You can call me what your mama called me, and that's her baby daddy.
Wow.
Is Dick Cheese vegan?
I feel like it's not.
It depends if the dude is.
It comes from the person.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, because what
Because
you are what you eat.
eat.
Okay.
So I'm a pussy.
Mm.
That was a fact. We didn't need to have this conversation.
And I'm an ass. I'm an asshole.
Oh, wow.
pussy.
Oh, we know.
Whoa.
The whole
Hey.
podcast. You done told the whole podcast multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
He's told the world.
I
Okay?
At this point.
Even that's how I got my superpowers.
Hey, you got a little ass right here.
Yeah, like ass
There
on
you
your
go.
left
Save it
cheek.
for later.
You just nothing major.
Dark skinned niggas.
That was that white woman that's gone.
Turns out he's a
Just because
cannibal.
we can't see it, do not make it okay.
You know what they say? White cheeks a day keeps the black girls away.
No one ever said that before.
Yeah.
No, never.
Ever not
Never.
that.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Wait a
know that
minute.
motto.
Wait a minute. So what's the dick cheese difference between Asians, Mexicans, black people?
Different
white
spices.
people?
You
It's
got
like different
wasabi.
oregano,
You got salsa.
Mexicans,
Paprika.
that's a lot of dick cheese.
White dudes take
They have
white
a
dudes
lot of
probably
dick cheese.
bland.
It's called Dick Queso.
Oh, God, that's what it is, dick
Yeah.
queso sauce.
Oh man. So ooh.
They got onions.
So
Smells
with black
like it.
people, is it still called Lowry's? Like, is it an extension of
It's
Lowry's?
just seasoned cheese.
No, our
Look,
dick
I would-
cheese is just, it's salty.
So you
Lemon
just
pepper
admitted
dick
that
cheese.
Lemon
is-
pepper-
lemon
Yeah.
pepper dick
Oh,
cheese.
okay, throw it on me.
Lemon
Go,
pepper
go,
dick.
I got 2 kids out of that dick cheese.
Wow.
I don't know
Yeah, I
what
know.
was
It
jumped
sounds
into.
bad, but I
Ooh,
definitely.
It's a beautiful day outside.
And I taught my
God
son,
damn.
son, dick cheese is the way.
He said
Okay?
bubbles back then.
If anyone says anything's wrong with dick cheese, you tell them they're wrong.
Hey,
Okay?
Whatever makes you
you
mad,
is
just take
smart.
it, ball it up, and throw it
You
at
All right,
is
her.
all right,
kind.
hold on,
You
wait.
And you win.
important.
Can we give a for real public service announcement? If any of you grown ass niggas walking around with an uncircumcised dick, first of all, you're nasty. Like nigga.
Well, it's actually
Wait,
natural.
no,
'cause
no,
that's
no,
something
hold on,
started
hold
by
on,
the
hold on,
men.
hold
They
on.
didn't get the cheese.
Hold on.
You
Hold
put
on,
it
hold
back
on,
like the
hold
top
on.
on the Maybach.
Let me
Don't you
finish.
advocate for like dick health?
Let me finish.
That is his job.
Let me
Right, 'cause
finish.
he
Let me
gay.
finish. First
Thank
of
you
all,
for sucking dick.
we're in the western side of the world, my nigga. Cut that shit off like a real man. Get
That's
rid of your
an
hoodie. You ain't
amazing.
Trayvon Martin.
Don't do it yourself.
Pull the top back on the Maybach and go to
Tape
town.
it.
Duct tape.
Tape it. Duct tape fixes all.
Huh? That doesn't mean I'm not knowledgeable about the anatomy of
Yeah, but
female
I feel
Her
like-
circumcision.
strap on uncircumcised.
That's not
She has
okay.
different
First of all, that's
not
uncircumcised right there.
She got to pull back the rapper.
Nope.
Okay. So you
There
didn't
are
get a
some
new
women-
When you pull
layers.
it back, the tip dingles.
Ding.
There's so many layers to unwrap, pun
Dick
intended, for
We
an
have been talking about dick
uncircumcised
cheese
dildo.
for 13 minutes now.
And it's been
That's some
moving,
solid dick cheese.
An uncircumcised dildo
Fresh.
is fucking hilarious.
I guarantee you they have.
I mean,
But I bet
shit.
they
feels
do for like
real.
fetishes.
How do you
Who
know
the
Mark?
fuck has a fetish?
No,
for
no,
uncircumcised?
I don't-
That's some weird
He
ass
told me it
white
feels
people.
real. I'm a little concerned.
I mean, why else would you make it
What?
Nah.
The extra fold of skin?
on a dildo?
Oh. It's a surprise.
Some women
Well-
like
Yeah,
surprise. Surprise. I do also look like other penises. That's really all it is.
Keeping it
2-in-1.
real is the thing.
Got a turtleneck on. That's all.
It be
That's
cold
all.
out.
It'd be
Oh
cold.
God.
But apparently, when they took off that extra hoodie, you know what I'm saying, they removed a lot of sensitivity. Ah, well, you know.
Yeah, because it
Unfortunate.
exposes those nerves that normally. But see the thing. So how they be cleaning how they be cleaning they dick cheese? Do they get like a little scrape?
Yeah, I think-
A little Q-tip.
They have a
Yeah,
device
but-
for it.
It's called a towel.
It's
Dick
called a
cheese
cheese
for it?
grater. It's called a cheese grater. Okay.
That's after the fact. After you get all of the dick cheese out to save it, you use the dick cheese.
Oh.
Was it like dude on House Party told Jim
You
crackers?
saw that shit too.
Oh, that
So
was
dick
gross.
cheese crackers? Unlunchable, if you will.
No.
Oh, look at transition.
You eat all the Lunchables at school too, huh?
That was
Look at him. I only eat the cheese.
Okay, Byron, I'm with you. Let's get off dick cheese.
Oh no! Oh
So I'm waiting now.
Are you Googling dick cheese?
What are these niggas
I
talking
don't
about?
know so much.
It's a little quiet over there in the corner now.
no! Is my dick cheese supposed to be green, yellow?
Ask
Red.
Jeeves.
This is supposed to
Y'all are
itch?
something else, though.
So wait. Last one. If you got like one of them itchy scratchy diseases, is your dick cheese basically spicy?
I think it stopped
God.
dick cheese production.
It's Cajun.
No, it's cheese on top of crab.
You got queso?
Cheese on top. It's dick cheese on top of crab.
So white dudes with dick cheese, they're technically
So
cheese
they
and
dip
crackers?
the crab.
So it's
They
gourmet.
dipping the fish meat in the cheese.
And that's the name of the episode.
Ah.
And that's the name of the episode. Because white dudes, think about it this way. White dudes with uncircumcised dick, right? Are they technically cheese and crackers?
Hold on
My
now.
boo.
The church has found something.
No white men were harmed.
Oh
to
my
make this episode.
God. Oh
feelings
my
was.
God.
Their feelings was,
Oh, bruh.
When the
What are
cheese
we
go
doing
down.
this Sunday?
fuck you colonizers.
We do not condone. We do like our white.
And this is why you take your vitamins.
So you don't have plenty of dick cheese to go
Yes,
around.
please take your vitamins.
It's dick cheese, it's dick cheese. Nobody really wants it.
You have a nice new theme song. Is that what's happening? You
That's
just stole
funny.
your job, even.
That's funny.
I see.
Mm.
Can't
Dick
believe
cheese
you.
I did it
jingle.
better, bro.
Sing dick
This has
cheese.
been
Sing
Hey,
dick.
get the Temptations moving.
verbal. Vitamin.
I've been dishonored.
You should
Make
sing
sure you get
dick
to
cheese.
hear it.
We'll make another contract.
No, it's not happening. That's not happening.
Dick cheese me, please.
You can't pay me enough.
We can make
Open this
posters.
up with a dick cheese advertisement.
I gotta get. Now I
And
gotta
again,
get a
that
shirt.
is Thompson Ethics.
Oh my God. Look, Thompson Ethics is not associated, related to, or any of the matter of dick cheese. Okay?
So
They
we
do
decided
yet.
No, don't do that.
The contract's
Yeah.
got
Yes.
Wait, what's
But-
that? No, what's that part from
Here's an
King of the
opportunity.
Hill?
Don't call me, ask me about no goddamn dick cheese. You
What's that part from King of the
No.
Hill?
He
All
gonna
right.
change his number.
What's that part from King of the Hill? Dick cheese and dick cheese accessories.
Oh my God.
Buildadick.com.
I'm done.
Cheese me,
Look.
please.
Look,
Do you have an uncircumcised
What's
penis?
on the
Do you
resume?
not know what to do with your dick cheese? Well, come on down to dick cheese and accessories
Hey.
and figure out what to do with your dick cheese.
If you or a family member been harmed by dick cheese or dick cheese
nausea.
accessories, call 555 Dick Cheese. We got your back.
Once again, it's
you may be entitled to legal conversation.
More dick cheese. All right.
All right, all right.
Oh
all right,
man,
all right,
that was
that's
the
enough.
best.
Oh,
That's enough.
that was
Christ.
solid.
Did you say dick Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Jesus
You heard
I'ma
that
just
shit
stop
too,
talking.
didn't you?
Uh huh.
I'm gonna just stop talking.
Damn. I just
Jesus
thought of some
Christ.
really
You say
ignorant
Jesus
shit.
Christ and the
What if
dick
a
it
girl took out a mesothelioma ad on her baby daddy? Have you or a loved one been beat up by my baby daddy?
Oh, that's hella funny.
Eat the cake, enemy.
Wow.
That's hella funny.
If you or a loved one has fucked my baby daddy,
I'm gonna beat your ass. 1-800.
y'all probably have
Get
herpes
that
and
ass
need some
wet.
compensation.
Oh.
You be waiting like my ass.
He must still be at Walmart. Walmart. That's how they say it. Walmart.
Oh, did y'all see on Instagram where this girl told Future that she ready to get pregnant too, and his baby mama said, "Call him. It's 1-800 deadbeat."
Bro, apparently this nigga on his 8th baby mama.
He cold, bro. He still
I
going.
don't know why these bitches keep getting pregnant.
That's
now.
the thing.
First of all.
That's the thing.
Something about his dick cheese must be mesmerizing.
That's how I know.
It's the money.
Hey, lemon pepper dick
Lemon pepper,
cheese.
you
Lemon
right.
pepper dick
That's
cheese.
how I know my post early was
It's the
true.
money.
Women are the gatekeepers of sex. Men are the gatekeepers of relationships.
Mm.
Yeah, Future was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm going to head out. So
Yeah.
I'm pregnant.
Women get
All
to
right.
I will
decide
not
who fuck.
argue that.
Yep.
Men get to decide who actually gets dated.
Yeah.
Unless you're R.
Unless I start a
Unless you are
relationship.
Kelly.
Both
Unless
of
you're R.
us.
Kelly.
R. Kelly do a lot of shit against motherfuckers well though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unless you're R. Kelly. That's
Kelly is
No,
completely
no,
with the
that's
judge to
not
let his ass
proven.
go.
In the
That's
world
not
of
He's
the
not any role
consentful.
model for anything
Huh?
at all.
You said, "Oh, you
What?
like Kelly for model for anything?"
No, he is pleading with the judge to let him out. No.
He asked for a computer to finish his. I think
Yeah,
we
for
talked
what?
about the R. Kelly thing.
He asked for a computer to finish his flow degree. What?
his last.
He trying to finish his last
He
semester.
can't afford a lawyer. Broke ass.
He is.
Shit, he better get
You
that.
better sell some more of his
He
dick
better get
cheese.
that Kim Kardashian law degree. Shit.
He giving
better do
dick
something
cheese to
with that.
underage kids.
That is not proven.
He giving these bitches
yeah.
cheese sticks.
That was funny as fuck. I don't give a fuck what you say. That was
Just
funny.
the one where I thought.
I thought we was past the dick cheese, goddammit.
It's virgin dick cheese. Calm down, okay? It's virgin cheese.
Okay, it's mozzarella.
Okay.
Provolone.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's
I
move
don't
on.
want no Subway.
Please, let's move on from that one.
I don't want
You
no
want pepper jack
Subway.
or dick cheese?
Hove alone. You a hoe giving out dick cheese.
I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and say,
Hove
can you
alone,
please
if you will.
replace American
Can you give me
cheese
some
with
hove
dick
alone?
Damn, we like, so get the fuck out of my line.
cheese? Taco Bell full of thugs.
Get out of my line, nigga.
Maybe you'll get the fuck out this line. What the fuck you want, dog?
Now that you say
just
that, I
wanna
do
suck
want to
your
ask
dick
somebody a
cheese
stupid
again.
ass question.
Oh,
When they
no.
say we got American Australia, well, do you have British cheese? No, we only got American. French?
Australian is also an option sometimes.
You got some
What's the
Mexican
difference
cheese?
between Australian cheese
And British cheese?
Yeah.
South
Does
of the
dick
border.
cheese melt? So you know if you
Ah.
get cheese from like Dollar Tree, how that shit don't melt? Is
Well,
it like that?
Well, maybe if you
Does
put it in
blue
a
cheese
pussy.
crumble
No,
milk?
wait. If you put it in a pussy, they got an STD. Technically, that shit is burning.
Because it's
So
like a
that
chemical
shit
reaction.
is
It
that
did melt.
Boom!
Reaction.
Boom!
You right.
Ah,
So
It's
Yeah.
like one of them damn
Boom.
burritos from Taco Bell with the cheese on the inside. The liquid cheese on the inside around the shell.
A dick cheesy gordita crunch.
So,
Is that what you just invented? I don't want none of that.
so, wait a minute.
Oh,
So
none
with
of that
females,
shit.
it's
No,
either
thank you.
they're Jack in the Box taco quality or Burger King taco
Man,
quality.
y'all are more
I've
creative
never had Burger King
than the
tacos.
people making up names for Karuchi.
Maybe we should work on
Kakarot, coconut,
K Money,
Kawasaki,
kayak,
Kawabunga,
kangaroo.
Kimimaru.
Oh shit!
I watch anime. I can think of any K name.
Or say
Kabuto.
Kenichi.
Man.
Kurosaki. Take your pick. That's dick
Damn, we
cheese.
did. We disrespect the fuck out of Karuchi when she first was business with dude when they first broke up.
You better stop before you beat your ass.
She had every name that was not her name.
Just like
Oh.
Register and Lucci.
I can't disrespect her. Her daddy, one of my favorite rappers. So
Well,
Who the fuck is registered?
Regine.
I was. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Yo, when you said Lucci, I'm like, who the fuck was he with? Name registered. I'm like, what? Okay, but yes.
Renegade.
She left him,
Renegade.
and he kept stalking, which I'm not.
It's
against
pitiful
it.
now because you're an old nigga though. Old niggas be stalking young girls. That shit look creepy.
She got that rich.
That's that
Or-
shit that have you on Dateline.
Do stalkers
Wait,
just have
wait.
like a lot
I don't
of
know.
time,
I don't know how.
No, we do not.
or do they just like say fuck what I got going?
Wait.
No, we do not.
Yeah. I stalk
I have
too.
children. Of course, I'm a stalker.
I stalk too. Fuck it.
Yes.
I'm a stalker
Are
extraordinary.
we talking like? Is it all digital now, or are we still talking like
No, I will pop
90s
up.
bush to
No,
bush?
no.
It's
I've had a
digital
stalker.
until you need to pop up.
I'm old school.
If you're not getting enough information digital, then you have to pop
So
up
you
to
know,
go see
so
for
you know,
yourself.
tracking devices
And these are two
are
different-
like $15 on.
And these are two
Amazon,
different
right?
kind of stalkers.
Yeah,
No.
but they got free apps.
No, that ass, like that shit. No,
No, I mean like
having a
physical,
legit
like-
stalker. That shit's scary as fuck. Like that ass, like no, I didn't have that shit.
Getting
Multiple
stalked?
times. Huh?
Getting stalked?
Yes.
Well, bitch, you should have made yourself easy to find.
First of all,
It's
call me
just
another
not trying-
bitch
I
and we
would-
gonna be scrapping.
I would not have to stalk you if you didn't put me in a position to have to stalk you.
So
Make
every
yourself
crazy
so
available.
when
out
so
there-
right.
No, that's not okay.
What?
It's really so much of
y'all don't listen to him.
you allowed me to fall in love with
Why
you.
you letting
Exactly.
me figure out your schedule?
Why you
That's
let-
not- that's
Why don't you
not-
take
Why you
some,
let her fall in
some
love?
turns to throw me off?
Why you
You
let her fall
wanted
in
me to
love?
follow you.
Hold on, wait.
You wanted me to
Why-
find your
you
home.
wanted her to be a
You didn't
stalker.
try to lose me.
Right.
Is that what
don't know.
it is?
You
block
asked
me.
for the crazy to
Right.
get
You
brought
didn't only
up.
block my phone. You
No,
didn't block
I
my
wanted
social
crab
medias.
legs. There's a difference.
Then you didn't move.
You didn't turn your screen to where I couldn't see your passcode. How was that my fault?
Exactly.
Crazy ass.
This way.
It's okay to stalk.
No,
when
it's
it's
not.
going.
That shit is illegal.
If it is,
If you
Say,
get
once you
caught,
found out I was stalking, you didn't move. You stayed at that house.
red shirt
It's
is
your
illegal
fault.
too. If you get caught, it's a lot of shit that's
I
illegal.
mean, technically, that's a
if
valid
you
argument.
get caught,
It's only illegal if
It's
you get
only,
caught.
yeah, I'm about to say it's only illegal if the correct people see you.
exactly.
I'm reporting everybody
Incorrect
ass.
people.
Yeah,
However,
right.
I am.
Incorrect.
Right
Incorrect
now.
people.
Because
Why
some
you
girls,
reporting my
some girls
ass?
think that stalking shit cute.
Jackie.
Oh, girl, he care
Yeah, that-
about me.
She paid attention to all the.
It's just
But I'm
tracking
only
my
devices
effort.
available on
I'm an old school stalker. Like, I'm choo-choo ha-ha stalker. I'm in the bushes trying to stalk. Like,
Boy,
Actors
you
on
stand
the
out.
ground.
The bushes is green.
What do you say?
God damn.
Not at
I-
night.
Nighttime.
What's it?
Not at
I
night.
saw that.
Nick at
bitch, I gotta
night.
make sure you ain't with another nigga. So not
She
at
like,
night.
But see, that's
how
the
come
thing.
all my street lights got shot out?
Damn,
nigga walking around
like
naked.
that.
Come
Oh
on,
my
you never
god.
gonna see it.
Oh my god. I just want to
As
go
long
to
as
the
I
store.
don't smile, I'm
Right.
safe.
Oh,
Nothing
man.
is funny this whole
And then the
time.
headlight glinted off his
Be
his
like, is
do-rag.
that a cat? I hear
That's how he
it
got
be
caught.
outside my window.
Damn it, Rashad.
Is that gunshots?
Every
Let me go
girl
to the
that I've
door.
ever stalked.
Wait, what?
That sounds like
It
plural
was
to me.
multiple. It's been songs.
These are my confessions. It's telling it all on
The
here.
confections
I've
is
been-
dick cheese.
What the hell Cisco say? I've been in love a time or two. So I have had to stalk a time or two.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this
But
is
in the end, I still chose you.
Alright, I'm head out.
I'm about to say, you ready?
Because no one could ever make me feel them ways.
exactly. I don't want nobody else making me feel them ways.
Yeah.
It's too late.
However,
I ain't been in real love.
okay,
'cause I
okay, so
Me
look.
and you both got
Fuck your schedule.
So y'all
I
ain't
can
never
keep the
stalked
dude.
nobody at all?
No.
No, I
Fuck that, fuck that stalking shit. I'm gonna get into the apartment. I've done it.
Okay,
I
we
broke
just
an entry.
outside the window. We're making
She
entrance.
took a picture of the house and then painted herself to hide.
Hold on, Jackie. The first
standing
time I
against
met
the wall
you,
the whole time.
You told us this story where you stalked old girl.
To be the ass. And I believe yeah, you was
So
stalking.
I'm
God
not
damn it,
putting
Jackie.
anything past you. That's the first story I never met you before.
You ain't putting
You
nothing
said,
past Jackie?
And I waited.
You ain't
She
putting
said I
nothing
pulled in
past
the back of
Jackie.
the club.
You ain't putting nothing past Jackie. A lot of stuff can slip past that gap, but you want to put nothing past Jackie.
Oh,
Hold
just
on,
like
it's
my dick in
okay.
your mouth?
Oh, never mind. I'm gonna leave
Is it
y'all.
uncircumcised?
I'm about to help you out, you know what I'm saying? I'm Team Gap, you know, but we another route there.
You got me
I'ma
fucked
let you
up.
have
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have
So
it.
fuck Team Rocket, it's Team Gap.
It was,
Yep.
but
Nigga.
she Team Rocket by herself. I can't join that club.
What's your team name? Space Invaders?
It was a net.
What was it?
Space Invaders?
No, I ain't want to try to spoil dick cheese.
Oh
We're
my
Trump's
god,
space
that
police.
was a good one. That was a good one.
We're Trump's space.
But no,
police.
so it depends. 'Cause if
The
you
parking
love
lot
someone, like, I'm not finna just wait around and watch your schedule. No, so her phone was cut off at the
She said, I'm
time.
going to meet you at the places you going to
No,
go.
her phone was cut off at the time, but I knew she had just got off work, and I wanted to see her, but we was in an argument, right? Last time we talked.
She already don't sound
So
that
because she couldn't pay her phone bill, she got to get stalked.
But,
I'm broke. I am
First of
broke.
all,
Yeah.
first of all,
But I mean,
yes.
noodles.
Why are you not a deck?
Yes.
I mean, half
Hold
pack
on.
of noodles.
You are
Because I
missing
got to
out.
save the other half
You
of
are
them all.
missing out on your natural
Okay,
abilities. You could either be
You
a
call
private
right
eye,
now, her phone cut off.
a
What you
debt
doing?
collector.
I'm
If you
probably-
follow people like
Jack
that,
She got my kids, though. That's why.
bitch, run me my
Bitch, my
$40
kids
so I'm
wanna
gonna
see
beat
me.
your ass.
That's what it
And I'm
goes
gonna take
to.
your house,
you
bitch.
should really be a bounty hunter. Like,
No, the
dead
fuck,
ass.
I shouldn't know. My anger too bad.
Mad dog.
Right, but it's
You
legal.
seen
though.
Bernice? I think that's her name. That bitch, that Butch.
I ain't never seen a bitch named Bernice. Ever.
Why you? He's the one who said it. Damn
I
that.
was like, so I get my ass whooped?
On me. I'm tired of getting my ass whooped. Okay.
If I ever met
Hey.
a bitch named Bernice, I'm going the other way because Jackie is close behind. I don't want to be nowhere where you and a bitch named Bernice is close because you
No, it
do
was
some
on the
shit.
show. It was
Oh.
like Repo or some shit like that, but they took people cars back.
Yeah.
I know who you talking about. Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
that's me. Like,
Oh,
that's
big
my
bitch
spirit
Bernice?
animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she
That's
was the
my
bitch with the
spirit
fire
animal.
extinguisher because she was smoking in the building. She said it's a sign right here that say no smoking. She blew smoke in her face when she went and grabbed the
Oh,
fire
okay.
extinguisher and just blew
Okay.
it right in her face.
Hey, I saw that.
Yeah, I would have beat your ass. I'm sorry. That
And I would've bust her
out.
Bernice,
That was very
Bernice would have caught them hands.
That was very
Big bitch, I'm gonna.
All right.
No, so yeah, she couldn't pay her phone bill. Last time we talked, we were into it. So, but her apartment complex was like a gated community.
You quick to swing on somebody, ain't you?
Jackie said, I better be the
You
first
talk with your
motherfucker
hands
call
a
me your
lot.
phone, get back
Huh?
to
You talk with your hands a lot. And people, when they talk with their hands and get to a certain length, you just got to watch out for them. Because they be trying to mimic some shit on the slide. You know what I'm saying?
Because she hit Nigel like 15 times when she was happy.
Yeah.
ass.
I was like, okay,
That
she's
man-
just happy, I
that
guess,
man
you know.
deep
And
breathing.
then we spoke about Bernice. You know, I was a little scared of the
Right.
name to begin with. A woman named Bernice.
He like, I dated
You
a
done
Bernice.
dislocated his knee.
I didn't hurt you.
How you know?
Why are you looking like that? We need to do one.
Hey, she just deboed the fuck out of Nigel. Y'all didn't watch it.
Then
Hey, listeners, she just deboed the fuck out of Nigel. She said, I didn't hurt you.
Then look me dead in the eyes. I just run my legs.
No,
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, my knee okay. I'm all perfect.
But no, so
It
yeah.
always been purple.
I'm weak.
It's a birthmark.
We hit the pills when Devin come back.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
You good?
Say you alright?
I'm
I'm
good.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Never felt better.
Yeah. Hold
Fix your
me.
motherfucking
Yo,
Don't you hate? Don't while we pause the story. Don't you say when your mom be like, "Fix your motherfucking face before I give you something to cry for"? Bitch, I'm already crying.
You already
My
gave
mama
me
never
something
said
to
that
cry
shit to
for.
me.
My mama had.
Okay, how does it feel to be Jesus' favorite?
Oh,
You
it
think
feels
you're better than us?
fantastic.
No.
You think you're better than
It feels fantastic. And I'm actually his real favorite. I got his birthday.
us? So y'all got the same dick
Well,
cheese.
he told me he hates everybody.
Yeah, holy cheese.
How you gonna worship a competing deity named Rashad? And you talking
Jesus
about
Devontae
favorite?
Christ is not your friend.
That nigga be in me all the time.
Oh,
BM?
wait, what?
Wait.
What's BM?
Gay.
I'm head out.
Buddy mode. We always together. My God is my walking foot. You know what I'm saying? Gay.
Do you like feeling him inside of you?
I always feel Jesus.
Oh,
Ooh.
my goodness.
Well, he did say he's
You
an
need to
ass.
call child services.
He fills you with his holy dick cheese?
Nah. Just
Okay.
the Holy Ghost.
He doesn't fill them, but he feeds them.
But if they're an abortion, they're the Holy Ghost, right? What if all the Holy Ghosts are aborted kids?
Wait, what?
So you know it's the Holy Trinity: Jesus, Devontae Christ, God, and Holy Ghost, right?
The better joke would be if you got an abortion in church, is that a Holy Ghost?
Churches said Holy Ghost.
Only if the church
If you got an
wants it.
abortion
No,
in
I'm
church,
saying, are
is that
there-
a Holy Ghost?
Or are the aborted kids? Do they make the Holy Ghost because they're ghosts?
You mean like a Transformers type thing? It's like
Like
one
they
entity
ascend?
made
No,
up
more
of
like
baby
they.
Judases?
No, more like they
Transformers.
ascended.
Right.
Are
you
you
kinda-
advocating that we abort more
Are they
black children?
certified as Holy Ghost?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if it was like
If they are,
I'm
then
listening.
I have a
Babies
cover.
unite.
Are you
Like,
advocating that we
it's
abort
like-
more black children?
This,
No, I didn't say we're
Titan.
advocating. I
Right.
said that bitches get abortions, and do they ascend
Look.
into the Holy Ghost?
I ain't got nothing against abortions.
who has abortions in church?
I ain't,
No, I didn't say in church.
Oh, okay.
But they do
They
give
pray to
those
God,
in
get
the
this
Catholic.
baby out of me.
right. Get this motherfucker out of me, please.
I can't do it, Lord. Not I.
So to finish up the story, basically, her apartment building had a gate around it. You can only get in if you had the little thing. So I went around to the back, and I told some people basically that it was this gay dude, which is funny, and some people
Gay
outside
language.
talking, and they was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I was like, "Damn, I got my key and I can't get in, and I live by myself." Got in, they let me in through their apartment, and I went to her house, and she was there, and everything was fine.
you like you freestyling in your head, Byron.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it together.
Think
you know
about
what
his
I'm
next
saying?
Dick
Just waiting
Cheese
on
make mixtape. Dick Cheese.
It drops tomorrow.
Oh,
Monday.
sweaty.
Mom's spaghetti.
There you go.
Mixed
It got
with dick
cheese though. It got cheese.
Oh my god.
Parmesan.
Oh my god.
Parmesan.
So you use
So hold on.
What?
the-
Hold on, Jackie.
Huh?
She wasn't trying to see you.
That's
That's why she didn't let you in, and she didn't call
She
you.
didn't know I was there, that's all.
But I mean, if she wanted to see you, she would have called.
She couldn't. Her phone was off.
But I feel
She
like
ain't got Wi-Fi?
just like you
Uh,
went over old girl house, when you want to see somebody,
I'd have
You
put
will
up to
But she
McDonald's.
wouldn't know if I
and
was
use
home
their
because my
Wi-Fi.
work schedule was so crazy. I understand, baby. I'm going to come to you. You see how that works?
Did
I
you not
love
Let me
you.
tell you to come to me.
Oh, but hold on, did you
What
knock
is it
on
do?
the
No,
door?
come on, come
Yeah, I
by here.
couldn't get
okay?
in her house, but I got in the building, and that's all I needed.
Right, but she was home though, right?
Yeah.
Did you knock on her door and say, "Hey, I'm here," or did you
How
just
else
want
am I
to?
getting into the door?
Was you in there? Bitch, why your phone on?
Right.
I know you here. I see your car.
No,
You
you
could've
see,
knocked on the
you
door and
see
been
what?
like,
Look, oh, I'm sorry.
"Maintenance."
So look, peep this. We spent time together. We had sex, and I paid her phone bill.
You doing a jitsu, motherfucker?
He trying to cast jutsus over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shadow clone his ass.
I was trying to
Put the
figure out
peanut in the peanut
where your
hole?
other guests-
Right. What
I don't
the
know.
fuck
I thought
kind
we
of
were
gay
doing
shit
some
was
kind
that?
of
They didn't
gestures
know.
here. Yeah.
Fuck you.
I don't know. I
Like,
saw
what?
them do so I put mine up.
Put the dick in the middle like Moni.
That's what Madra did when he got on the battlefield.
Yes.
Wow.
What a lot of Catholic
I'm
priests
finna
do.
fuck y'all.
Oh my
How
goodness!
much
Can you
money do y'all
can you
think the Catholic
imagine?
Church got?
Huh?
Because these motherfuckers have been like dominating like the religious.
Apparently,
world.
not enough money to stop
Centuries.
molesting little boys.
I mean,
That's
but
why they do it.
but a lot of money to like pay people off.
The Pope said, "Hey, we ain't doing that no more, dog."
They paid me
They was
off.
mad.
Yeah.
They said, get this motherfucker out of here.
Alright,
Everybody else skipped over that.
They said, get this motherfucker out of here. He
Who is
said,
this nigga?
right.
this is not
Hey,
our
that's how they feel
value.
about Bernie Sanders.
The fuck?
Everybody
Who
gonna
you
ignore
think you
the
are?
fact that Ty said he was paid off by the Catholic Church, and we talking about pedophiles, and ain't nobody else say shit.
Y'all notice how I stopped on my Christian
Hey,
rhetoric
re-
on
really
Facebook?
They
quick,
don't
bro.
even
Hey, wait,
like
wait, wait,
you.
wait, wait.
They
Really
slipped
quick,
me
bro.
some money. Hey, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Bro, really quick.
Okay.
Hey, Ty, really quick. You got some dick cheese on your cheek right there. No, it's on
Oh.
the cheek. It's
It's
on
next
the
to the
cheek.
ass.
Oh.
It's on the cheek, and
Oh.
it's the dick cheese is still
It's
on
on,
the
it's
cheek.
on your lip now.
I'm serious. You got
It's on your
It's on
lip.
your lip now, Nigel. You got dick
Oh,
cookies.
it's gone now.
It's on your
It
lip.
was
now.
dick crumble.
Or you got dick cheese cookies.
Ah, dick crumble.
And they got sat right on that nigga lip.
Man, bet I bust.
And, that, and now guess what you got? A bum bump.
Herpes.
Oh.
Same shit.
Well,
Herpes.
well,
Possibly.
Same.
Are you singing about herpes?
I said rest in pieces. Because I heard that.
That sound like it wrong with dick cheese.
Okay.
You don't
I
talk
know.
about shit.
Dick crumble sounds
See,
like
he shook his head. Yes, see, even your brother.
Jackie.
He said a little
Jackie.
bit.
Get
This is Dick Crumbles coming to you with ABC Nightly
Your
News.
titties bounce like they fake.
What?
yours.
Jackie titties bounce like they fake.
Oh, I don't even want to look at it in that direction now. That's sexual
I
harassment.
was just about to say, is that a sexual
Right.
See,
harassment?
look, now
No,
everybody
they
got to
just
be
bounce
careful
with
about
it.
their eye contact. Look,
I'm like,
I'm not paying
titties?
no attention to this.
I was
shit.
thinking Michael Jackson. I was like, has that
Titties?
poster always been
I
there?
said that's a
Oh,
nice
man.
tapestry on that wall. Hey, girl.
Devin, come feel my
Oh,
titties. Come
man.
feel if
No,
they
I'm just saying when she
She
got
said
Yes.
titties. I didn't even want to look at Jackie.
No, I'm just saying when she got them done, she could have waited for them to drop first before she came out the
Wow,
house. That's all.
what?
Come feel these motherfuckers to see if they fake,
I
Devin.
feel
Now
so
what?
attacked. I
But
don't
hold
know
on.
what to do.
Baby, I ain't got no part of this.
Right.
No.
That wasn't me.
My hands are in the air.
Yes.
Tyree, stop.
Yes.
Jackie just an indie animal. Turn up. Hey.
What kind of gay shit y'all got going on?
Hand holding between heterosexual people.
Gay. I'm sorry, what kind of straight shit y'all got going? What kind of straight shit?
Oh, this is how we
Gay shit out
counterbalance.
there?
This is how Christian counterbalance that gay shit you on.
No, I'm okay. People don't watch their hands. I'm sorry.
Oh.
And then he pull out a wet wipe. How would you feel if somebody put out a wet wipe to wipe your hand before holding that motherfucker at
I
church?
mean, that's,
I was like,
I was like, if you
Thank
don't get
you.
your extra laboratory mom looking
why you
at
got your dick cheese rag out?
that's not the dick cheese,
Oh,
right?
man.
It's the other one. It's
I am
white, not
civilized,
black.
ho. This is a handkerchief.
Cannot believe it.
He's so bad this became a thing.
The do-rag is the dick cheese.
Why you think it
Ooh,
shine
The
like
do
that?
rag is the cum rag.
Wait,
Thank
so
you
he's a
very much.
dickhead.
Sorry, wrong, sorry.
Oh.
Look at, but I
I have
have.
to get comfortable. 'Cause I gotta feel
What is
that
it? This
cheese
isn't
is
considered
gonna
a wave
be in
cap.
This entire this podcast
Person,
all
I'm
night.
cool.
Oh my lord.
My lord too. Hallelujah.
But Byron got some on his head too.
Hallelujah.
Everybody gonna ignore that shit too. Byron got one without a tail on. So what's that mean?
What's it? This isn't considered that.
It means his
I'm
is
not- I don't know what the
circumcised.
fuck y'all talking about.
His do-rag not circumcised.
That's what
Oh.
That's what
See,
I'm
And that's
trying
why
to
I
say.
don't wear them.
Man,
That's what I'm trying to say, y'all.
For all the listeners
Keep
that are
up.
still here, all right,
Still, what is game 20?
Oh, they here for me.
Right.
okay. This is what
You just said
happened.
your do-rag was
This
circumcised,
is
man.
this is what happened.
You don't even have no dick cheese on your do rag.
This
Keep it in
is
your pants.
What y'all got against having a hoodie, okay?
this is what happens when you bounce ridiculousness off of
Dick cheese.
intellectuals.
Oh, and it's,
You know,
I thought we was on the same page here.
No, not at all.
no.
Okay, sorry
Okay,
about
because y'all too quick with the wits and shit.
This is what
Coming up with
happens when
stupid shit.
the devil's dick cheese
Ooh, he-
infiltrates America's
There could
youth.
be a full
This
urban
is Dick
dictionary.
Crumbles.
What dick cheese?
Urban
Reporting
for
Dictionary
you
live.
with
Reporting for
live.
you live.
King dick cheese.
So
himself.
basically, if we was doing what we was doing when we first met, Dick Cheese would be up there with Coke and Toots on high quotes.
They would be.
We actually need to go through.
That's actually how you accumulate dick and
Hey,
cheese
do y'all
through
think
Coke and
prostitutes
Toots.
charge extra if they got to deal with dick cheese?
No,
I
it's still
think that's the
$40.
tip.
I think it's still $40.
That's the tip.
That's
No,
the
they
deal.
took the
She
tip.
hungry.
No, you still
God
got
damn
your
it.
tip. They didn't take it when you was born.
I thought
I
the
am
dick
so
cheese
sorry
was
if this is the
tip.
first podcast
No.
you're listening to.
They hook
Out of
now.
all the other ones,
Hey, if this is your first podcast, listen to be happy we talk
Go
about
to
dick
the other
cheese,
ones.
so you
We
don't
have
run into
more
that.
outlandish
Okay.
shit that we.
Token
Stay away
Somebody's
from
gonna
dick
clean their
cheese.
dick thoroughly tonight.
Like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
All
Go
the
do
slack.
it.
If
I'm
you're
not
a-
gonna have no
You're
dick
welcome.
cheese
Because
tonight.
if I smell
you
dick
too.
cheese anywhere,
Oh,
I'm
God.
calling you out.
like I said, if you're a
That guy
grown,
got dick cheese.
you know,
calling
dick
out.
cheese smell like.
if you're a grown ass American man with an uncircumcised dick, you childish.
What's wrong with Canadian? I mean, wait a minute. Why like section it off to the U.S.? You know what I mean? We got
Pause.
international.
Wait a minute.
No. Byron got a scar on his wrist from trying to clean his damn dick cheese with the grater this morning. Everybody should ignore that
Oh.
shit.
No,
Did it
saving
hurt? Are you
the
okay?
cheese. Saving it.
Are you okay?
Saving it.
Leave it man.
And it's funny. He just invited me over to his house for some pasta.
Now stop it. Stop
Wait,
it. Stop
wait.
it.
Oh
You
my
trying to
god.
spread
Stop.
the dick cheese?
Stop.
Don't you worry
Stop.
for
All right.
Stop.
Stop.
Cheese factory.
Stop.
I'm
He's
allergic to
Stop.
cheese.
Let's be sensitive now. We know the real reason why he has that band-aid on his wrist. Byron's light-skinned it. He tried to kill himself last night.
What is up with you, bro? Whoa.
Like,
That's
oh
a,
my
wait, that's
God.
a good.
I'm a little confused.
I thought we
I'm
was talking
light-skinned
about.
family.
I thought we
I'm
was talking
a
about.
I'm a
dick
little
cheese.
confused. What is light skin?
Not just like, who the fuck is light skin?
Oh, light-skinned niggas
Wait a minute.
sensitive.
Wait a minute.
I'm a little
So
lost
wait.
here.
Y'all always
Does-
trying to killing yourself about something.
Wait. So does unseasoned dick cheese, racially profiled lemon pepper
Questions
dick
from a
cheese?
gay girl.
Oh.
Exactly.
Goddamn it.
Exactly. I don't have dick cheese. The fuck?
I know questions from a gay girl. This is Jackie and Devin's personal
My
segment.
question is,
The straight gay
You're gay?
connection.
hold on, wait.
No, baby.
The
No, I was gonna
straight
say, I thought
gay
you were straight.
connection.
Who the fuck introduced the idea that it's seasoned, and how do you know?
Because listen.
Well, Jackie was
listen.
straight at
said
one
that
point.
earlier.
What
Says the
season?
lesbian.
Okay,
What
okay, so
season?
listen, this is how this
I'm a little
goes.
lost here. What
So,
season?
black people dick cheese is lemon pepper
We are- yeah.
with some Lowry's, whatever.
Look, garlic.
Mexicaso is the dick cheese for Mexican. Asians is orange dick cheese.
You ain't never
sweet
seen
and
no
sour dick
cheese
cheese.
on no Chinese
Soy
rice.
sauce, baby.
And soy sauce.
I thought
Sweet
it
and
was
sour.
wasabi. I thought we agreed on
Wasabi?
wasabi.
That's
Oh,
wasabi.
that's Japanese dick
You
cheese.
right.
That's that.
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
sorry.
then,
So-
What wax say? What wax say? Do they call it?
oh man. And
Hey,
then
my
white
homie in the
people.
back googling dick cheese.
He's
He's like,
I'm
I am
fine.
the world's foremost
All right, all
authority.
right, all right.
All right.
Let's get down to some
Oh, what
segments.
I'm about to say, because that pill is hell on the ground. Go ahead and pick it up.
You mad?
Go ahead and pick it up and read it.
Make
I
sure
mean,
you
that
take
could
your
have been,
vitamins,
that could have
people.
been the health pill.
This isn't the pill, it's dick cheese.
Health field could have been all about dick cheese, and you would have never knew.
In real life, people, dick
Take your
cheese
vitamins.
is smegma.
Yeah.
That's
Take
not
your
a good
vitamins.
thing.
It's
That's
not.
very clean your dick.
Clean your dick.
I'm gonna check the Google statistics to see how many people Google dick cheese after listening.
Well, it actually, the thing is, uncircumcised dicks have it because
It's just
some
the
people,
dirt and the sweat that accumulates from.
yeah, and they don't clean it out. Like you're supposed to pull it back to clean it out.
Gross.
And
Dick cheese is the equivalent to fat people who don't clean under their robes.
I was just
dick
thinking
cheese
that.
is
I'll
the
be honest
equivalent
with you. I
to
was
a
just
yeast
thinking.
A
infection.
girl should lift up the boot, clean under the tip.
Is it?
Mm.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Hey, no,
It's
no,
bacteria.
no. What she just said, bro, I heard the most scariest shit, and it was real.
Was
So
this
this
about the
bitch,
woman with
this,
the enlarged
look,
pe-
this,
clit?
no, this bitch,
Oh
bitch,
my God,
like
this
she ain't
shit.
cleaned on her titty for like 3 years, right? So she had to go to the motherfucking ER, right? I'm swear to
Oh,
God,
and it was a roach.
it was a
crawling
roach
Whoa.
living in her titty.
She was fat. So what do you expect from fat people?
To clean a motherfucker?
They
Even
don't-
on
it was
my
a bitch
six-
getting
look,
washed
even
up
on-
with a water hose.
Even
Oh.
on my
Oh,
600-pound life, they
oh.
had some skinny white dude there washing them down with a white hose. Shout out to all the skinny niggas, because we know that's the only thing skinny niggas is good for is dating fat bitches and washing them down on their front porch with a water hose once they get all fat and can't fucking move.
Oh my god.
First of all, it's
I
called,
mean,
it's called financial security because you know the SSI check is coming on time every month. Okay, goddamn it.
And you know the bitch can cook.
It's an
That bitch
investment in
can't
their
cook.
future.
And she can walk, she can cook.
With that
Nah,
deep
that's not
fryer,
true.
with that
That's
deep fryer
slow.
next to her bed. Yes, she can.
Chicken, you hear me?
Now they got that little arm
No.
hang part. If they got that little arm fat part.
Did you
Now
just
that
hear this
motherfucker
man?
green's gonna be on
He
fire.
said if she can walk, she can cook.
Nah, that ain't
No,
true.
she got a
But
deep
then
fryer
again,
next
fat
to her
bitches that
bed.
waddle got
She
some
got
fire
money.
ass fried chicken.
Unless she got money. 'Cause if she
Yeah,
got money,
they got
she eat out
that
every
flat,
day.
that back flat fat.
Ooh, and you know she got
Them
black
greens
feet.
and that baked mac and cheese. Ooh, baby.
You know she got black feet.
In the back of her neck, the black of her neck.
Oh, wait, what? Oh no.
The black of the neck. You know what the black of the neck I'm talking about. When a motherfucking neck be black.
What is that from, though? Is that like from that washing?
It's a sign of diabetes. I
The
know
back
that
of your
much.
neck is black.
Well, I'm black though.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
I'm black though.
How we know you not some
Damn.
fat white woman in disguise?
Yeah.
Big Mama
She
house.
said that's fair. That's fair.
I haven't screened rape yet.
Yes.
I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of black men. Come on now.
How do we know you just haven't taken a shower?
So all these years we be looking for Where's Waldo and
Because
it's
I
on
was
this
like, wet
nigga's
dog.
socks.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I found him.
God damn.
Found
On this
what?
nigga. All these years we been looking for Waldo and it's on this nigga's socks.
What
His
is it?
socks are wrong, but I ain't about to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Who's that bathroom?
Y'all ready for the blue
You can
pill?
get these socks at dickcheese.com.
Oh, you mean Byron Tops LLC?
Hey.
He said, don't associate my shit
All
with
right.
none of that.
All right. Let's get into the blue pill. Because, let me see what I can come up with the blue pill. The blue pill, that's the nah.
Come up with the blue pill.
Come on, Ireland.
Now I'm trying to think of a little jingle because, I got one with the red pill. Let's see. Blue pill.
It's not ecstasy, but
Blue
it's
pill,
just
the
as
new
good.
pill. What
Have
we
you ever
find
tried
in the world,
ecstasy?
what we find
I want to,
interesting in the
I
world
tried the
that's
pill.
trill.
Maybe it was just the dead one, but it was just
The blue
I
pill.
didn't really feel it.
Yeah, I feel like somebody gonna fuck around and give me a dollar.
Your ass to be in the club. Just
Like, nigga, that was an Advil. What?
Now,
I swear I feel different.
take it away, Devin.
My name is Nick Fury.
All right, Nick Fury. Call Nick Fury.
Dick Fury.
I'm so sick and tired.
And her birthday this week. That should be the name of the birthday episode.
Yes.
Dick Fury.
I will not be in attendance. Y'all
No, I'm
ready?
just playing.
There's a Pokemon named Smegma.
I am tired of him.
It is a Pokemon name.
Hey, it is. Come. No.
It is a Pokemon named Smegma. Why is it a Pokemon
I
named
want to Google
Smegma?
it. 'Cause what if it-
Oh, she's not
I
mad.
think it is.
He is.
'Cause he purple,
he's-
right?
No, he's the lava snail Pokemon.
That's Slugma.
Close enough.
Of course
I'm
you
just
know.
like,
Yes.
it's Pokemon.
We have
I'm
the
about to
foremost
say,
Pokemon
I'm quite
authority.
versed. Quite versed.
Guys,
As you
have
take out your
more
as you take out your Pokemon
Okay,
go
sorry.
and check on your starting
The
line.
Pokédex.
Guys.
Take out the
Pokédex.
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 No one Google the goddamn Pokemon,
Pokédex,
Byron.
right.
Byron would have hella been
Oh.
a
Y'all
Pokemon
ready?
trainer.
Okay.
Feeding
Dick
his
Fury.
Pokemon
Not Dick
dick
Fury.
cheese.
Come on, Nick.
Oh my god.
Guys.
Come on.
All right, children, come on.
Okay, so this week's Blue Pills by the Sideshow. The
Talk
title
up.
is You Don't Know Yourself as Well as You Think.
Wait, what?
You don't know yourself as well as you think. And for example, Byron doesn't know he has dick cheese. We all have issues. So the way you would explain yourself is who you truly are. So of course you guys are gonna make yourself sound better than what you really think. So people who are not competent are gonna of course say more competent. However, people
That's
who have,
Jackie.
who have higher skills are gonna assume they have less because they're not gonna think that they're all that in a bag
It's
of
not my
chips.
fault I eat pussy better than you.
Hey, we're not going to get into that argument. We're not going to do it.
Get the
No,
applesauce
no.
cup.
That's not a challenge you.
We're
Fuck
not
the
gonna do it.
applesauce cup. Get a willing tested, nigga. That's not a challenge you.
What's
wanna
up?
have.
Bring that shit.
We're not going
Can I bring that shit?
Can I finish my pill?
No.
I am so afraid. Y'all ready?
Oh, we can.
Research shows that people self-evaluate themselves are most likely to just affiliate the fact everybody in the room knows the same thing. One way to improve self-work is to work on your communication skills with others. And those who consider to be intelligent have fixed skills rather than ones that can be improved. Will overshoot their confidence and self-assessment of their performance. Therefore, how would everyone explain themselves? Jackie, go first because I feel as though you've started it already.
He came for me.
You going first still, goddammit.
No, I just came on you.
Wow.
No dick cheese for me, please. I like your play.
Oh,
That's Byron, not Ty. Stay in the
Oh.
now.
That's all the dick cheese right there. You
Byron's
the
like,
dickhead.
hey, I'm putting my goddamn foot down.
Like, baby, tell him I don't got dick
Jackie.
cheese.
Jackie.
Well,
Jackie.
Well, you got a little bit. You had some last year.
Jackie.
One-time thing.
Jackie. I am a Navy vessel, baby. I got all the semen you need.
Wow.
Everybody, I'm just gonna look at Mark. Hey, Mark.
hey, how you doing?
How
I'm
are
top.
ya?
Yeah.
Jackie, go ahead and explain yourself
I
to
just
me.
closed my eyes.
I'm
and
about to
took a
turn this
drink.
bitch into Walmart right quick.
Jackie.
No! Oh, you finna shoot it up?
You gonna shit everywhere and then have one lane open? How's that gonna solve
Alright,
anything?
yeah. No, I'm gonna shoot this bitch up.
Oh, okay. I get it. No, that's even worse. Please don't.
Can I leave? I'm the smallest.
I saw no white people. I did not expect this to happen today.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, ooh. Something really must be wrong.
So it must be Ty because he's a white woman in disguise.
You gotta go first.
Yeah, you gotta go
You
first.
forgot the question.
I definitely forgot.
How would you explain yourself? Give me 3 words. And pussy eating is not the first one on the fucking
That's
list.
2 words. Wait a minute. No,
No, you got the hyphen.
There you
now
go.
Yes.
Facts.
Without saying gay or mentioning your sexuality.
Yes, or religion.
Why?
I actually
that
wasn't
is
going to
you.
do any of that.
Was that the point
If your
of the...
Y'all are
sexuality is
focused on it,
fine.
not me.
I
So
thought
I
it was
must be
about,
doing something
well,
right.
yeah.
Shit.
Self-assessment. Yeah.
Go ahead,
I
babe.
do have something to say, so whatever.
Vagina eating.
Shit, nigga, give me a cigarette.
Athletic, maybe?
Listen to Jackie, goddammit.
I want to
Fuck that
feel
nigga.
fancy.
No. You don't need to say that, bro.
Is it, I mean, that's 3 words. Is that how you...
Black,
Fuck
I
that
want to
nigga.
talk like Mark.
You're about to be exiled.
No, I don't want to be extra. You son of a bitch.
I don't want to get. No, I don't want to be.
Wow.
I just have to get out of my...
What is
Okay,
it?
I'm good now. I just have to
I
get
don't
all
wanna
that out
wait.
the way.
For our lives to be over.
Hey, well, Peter, I don't want to wait for a brand new Toyota.
I want the
Can,
one
Ja-
with the
can we get back to the
yes.
goddamn blue pill?
I'm about to say, Jackie,
Is
tell me
that-
about your fucking self other than athletic. You look hella unathletic on your phone.
Bitch!
Not
Bitch,
just
who?
your fucking self, but your
Wait,
self as a
Did
whole.
you say athletic?
She did. That's her first word.
I did.
Hey, I mean, she can move.
You can't outrun the ice cream man.
Shit.
I
Let her
used to
finish
run
it.
for the ice cream man.
Let her get her words.
Shit. So, I would say athletic.
I'm sorry.
That pussy
Intelligent.
athletic.
Your mouth is off.
Why are you not?
bitches
For this dick. No, for this dick.
Something I heard, and it's like, wow, all right.
He over there nodding. I was like, no, he did not. Not.
I mean, I don't know if that's true.
He called you a hoe.
I'm a bystander.
Whoa.
I heard what he said.
What was
and
that?
All he did was nod after he was like, your pussy athletic. He was, okay. That's all I saw.
I'm just understanding.
Worthy comeback.
Look at it. Y'all make this man take out his cigarette.
I mean, some of these pussies got miles on them.
He got a cigarette?
I'm not saying yours.
Need an ashtray?
Oh, this is a.
Oh, he bougie.
He said, I live in the 21st century.
Okay, Jackie, I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
Buds. What the fuck is that?
Are you only
I
athletic?
charge my weed. Goddamn.
No, I said something else too. Intelligent asshole.
Byron.
First of all, do you want to do
Always
this shit? Cause
got
I'm gonna
something.
gun your ass. I'm about tired of your ass.
She about
All right now.
Jackie.
Resourceful.
I'm mad she sent up.
Oh my.
I thought
She
was
gonna
moving the
she gonna
computer.
piece you up before you get a bow. What? I mean, before you get an arrow.
Because
What
you
the fuck
never
you
know.
finna
I
do?
might have to take it back medieval on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Take it
I'm
back.
telling
Right.
Let you know the
About-
times where I came from.
Dick Cheese Central. Okay, now Byron, come on.
Dick Cheese USA.
Resourceful.
He tried his best not to say.
Well-rounded.
Well rounded.
Dick cheese.
Shit, what?
She was all around the dick. I see where you got there.
And
Are those teardrops, folks? Is that what that is with
Wow.
your hands?
I don't give a fuck about these situations.
and
Drooping like Dick Cheese.
let me see.
You said resourceful?
Resourceful, well-rounded.
And adventurous.
I would have said disco fever, but we can.
Really? Really, Byron? Really, Byron?
Adventurous.
Yeah,
And then sit back.
that's what I got.
He
You're
posed.
smart.
I go on journeys.
I'm logical.
Oh, she said that one.
You did.
I'm analytic
Oh,
and
You did.
stubborn.
Yes.
damn.
Yes.
We are the same person.
Cosmic, intelligent, rational.
Dick
Just because
Cheese
you was
Central.
dark in space don't mean that you.
Oh,
Cosmic.
Damn, Mark.
I know sometimes,
I
Mark.
am the stars and
Right.
the sun. I become everything.
Nigga, you the black hole. Cut
I know
You the
sometimes,
booty hole.
Mark, it's hard for people like you to look at greatness and feel like you're worth something.
Oh my God.
But God still loves you, and
it.
He's working on you too.
Speaking?
Speaking of imaginary characters,
So it's to me now, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of imaginary characters,
It's to me now, right?
It's not your.
Come on,
Imagination is one I was gonna choose. Imagination.
I love cricket start right with
Right.
Yeah, I know it kind of fell in there, didn't it?
That cricket got jokes.
You had the whole goddamn time, Nana.
I was listening.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
Oh, this shit gonna pop.
I'm
The fuck
scared.
out of you.
It's not.
Imagination.
You not as close. What you mean?
Shit, I'm too close.
Love.
What am I gonna shoot at?
Imaginative?
Yeah, imaginative. Yeah, I was just my imaginative. Love and
We sound like an episode of Color Girls. That's what it sounds like.
Mikey
independent.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
My love is.
Well, I ain't shot in a long time.
Say shots?
She just
childish.
Very.
Yes.
said 10. That
And that's
means
his older brother, immature.
What you? Did you do yours
Just
already?
help you
Well,
out.
I was dolls, hoping no one noticed.
Now come on, Nick
Come on,
Fury.
girl.
I
No.
am very childish. So I have
Because
to
you
put
got
that in.
two. Stubborn.
Very.
Wait, why did we skip you when we were going in order?
Because I'm the most important.
He passed that shit right along.
Arrogant.
Arrogant is also one of them.
Conceited.
That's what Tyree
I
should have
am not
fucking threw in
conceited.
there.
Confident.
I am
Don't
far
like
from
to-
arrogant.
Or I'm sorry. No.
Oh.
No. Don't
I
say
like to
far
use the
from,
word
'cause that is-
confident.
Oh, this
That's
is a
not
great
accurate at
example
all.
for the
Self
blue pill.
love, goddammit.
It's opposite day or something.
No, I'm talking about this.
You searching for love?
No, y'all.
Looking
y'all
for
boys
love in all the wrong places.
That girl's a
Finding
shit.
some love and some friendly
They are.
faces.
We ain't shit.
So I feel like the whole point of like what they were saying, because I did watch the video.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
did.
And
I will be tagging a video in the link in the description below.
he was basically saying that motherfuckers don't like to like get in touch with who they actually are, and they don't know how to admit their flaws, so they like over-assess themselves.
So for the ones who
In
didn't
the
get
word of
goddamn
Mufasa,
flaw,
in the words of Mufasa, Simba, remember who you are.
this nigga here. Turn your volume on.
He was talking about his like actual
Yeah.
identity, you know. But yeah, I feel you though.
It's only right he talk a lot of shit.
Like, bro, you are the rightful king.
Right.
He's
like,
nah,
nah,
that's
you
what
my
he's trying
son.
to say. Your uncle ain't shit.
Right.
You the rightful king.
He been trying to fuck your mama.
Yeah. Say, beat
From
his
day
ass.
one.
All right, you supposed
Is that
to be
the
there.
new
Beat his
one? I didn't
ass.
see that part.
Was Scar really a hate nigga trying to fuck Nala? I mean,
They got
what
that
was
on
Simba-
Pornhub.
It
What
wasn't
was
so much.
Simba
Of,
Mama
it
now?
wasn't so much of trying to fuck Nala. He was just hating on
no,
his brother
not
because
if he was
had all the
if
business.
he was trying to fuck Nala, he was on some R.
Is it
Kelly
on
shit.
Pornhub?
No, he was mad because
Everything's
as king,
on Pornhub.
you get to fuck
all the
everybody.
bitches. Yeah,
All
that's
the
what he
bitches.
was mad.
So
at.
that's why he went to the south side to fuck all them ratchet bitches. I
Yeah.
mean,
He
even
said the south
even
side.
those lines
Even,
look
and you know,
weird.
it is funny because yes, they did look
He
weird.
was
But
like, oh,
I
what
was
the
like,
fuck?
oh, that was the ghetto.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Everything the light touches.
Remember, the ones that's upside down are clean.
Light didn't touch over.
She was dark.
And that's
as
your
hell.
Uncle Scar shit.
Yeah,
Don't go over there. I mean, for real though.
they
But
have
no,
coke
I
and
feel like
tips and dick cheese.
Byron, don't touch my girlfriend, okay? Keep your hands to yourself.
Oh.
She hugged me first, and she said, "Girl, I missed you."
I saw her dust her
Mine.
pants off. She was like, oh, dick cheese.
How do you feel like everybody is yours?
I don't know why.
Jackie Mack and she ain't stolen.
you ain't better than white folks.
Hey, y'all ready? Y'all
Oh,
ready?
I am.
people.
Y'all ready?
Oh shit, the real Byron's finna come out.
I ain't got no motherfucking dick cheese. Sick of this shit.
Now,
Nobody better not touch my motherfucking napkin.
Say, I'm a lot, but I'm not dick cheese.
And if your car break down, call me at Thompson.
We sell cheese.
Unless you got a fucking Ford.
fuck forwards.
Don't call me.
He's like, I can't help you.
I can't help you.
Alright, I'm
You're
head
too
out.
far. Right. right.
Jackie,
What
Yeah,
kind of car you
I'm
got?
stuck.
So I got a
Ford.
Ford. I'm head out.
That's why you dropping shit.
Well, I think that video said. I think that video was talking about how
You talking about how people got egos and they just can't swallow that shit. To
your
have a
ego
real-
make you think you're greater than what you really are.
I feel like you can lie to everybody, but when you start lying to yourself, that's when
We
you
lie to
destined to
ourselves
like
daily.
fall.
It depends.
Ooh.
I think sometimes lying to yourself is
I don't
healthy.
lie to myself. I feel like of all the people that like in the world that has my back, I have to be number one.
I think it depends on what you're lying to yourself about.
Have to be.
If you're going through something and you think I can do this and
I'm
you
gonna
know
make
you
it. I'm gonna
can't,
get through this.
and you know you lying to yourself, but you keep telling yourself this lie, you possibly can pull through it. And then look at you.
Because it's all
So-
about mentality.
There is fake it till you make it,
Yeah.
but people don't realize that like that doesn't apply to every situation. That applies to like if you're in a position where you can fake it, but if you don't accept where you are and who you are, there's no way to like get out of your situation healthily, in a healthy way, unless you accept your bullshit and deal with it. That's the only way that you're going to like legitimately find peace. Because what's the point of having money, of having success, if you don't like have the right healthy mindset to keep it and progress?
I'm gonna get a blunt going.
So that's what holding a cigarette gives you, a little wisdom, because you just
Smoke.
No, I have real ass conversations with myself every day. Like I know what I can do.
You
I
be
know.
talking to yourself too.
Hell yeah, and
Yeah,
myself
I respond to
answers.
myself too.
I was just gonna say.
They got
Bro,
you
you
fucked
hungry?
up. Steph, I know,
Shit,
girl.
I got
Fuck
that
that shit.
Real shit.
You're right. I do got taste for
You're
chicken.
like, man, I gotta get the fuck up out of this job.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like especially
Cause they
for
got
work.
me fucked up. Exactly.
What?
Oh yes, with work, y'all might. Man, it was one day I was ready to lose my job. I'm
Yeah.
smacking about 2-3 bitches at work, boy. Yeah,
Like-
I don't do that no more.
So I used to work at a call center, and
Who lets you talk on the phone?
I used to exactly. Like
I feel like you would love a job at a call center.
What is wrong with your internet now?
well,
Negative.
He a car
The
person.
thing
He
is-
like working with his hands. What were you?
Thank you.
I was so mad
I
at the
cannot see it.
situation I was in.
Oh, yes, Pearl guy,
Till I
we'll
realized
definitely
that,
take
like,
on this challenge.
Charter
That's
is
a
not
cone.
about to change shit.
That's a cone.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Do you want
What
to
needed to change was like how I was
Yeah.
approaching the job and my position in it.
Yes.
I was the
Yeah.
one that needed to change because they had their
Cone
shit
actually takes
going
too
and
much.
set.
Takes up too
I
much
wasn't gonna
weed
change
anyways.
that damn job.
I mean, it was
You know what I mean?
gonna be both.
We can roll 2 blunts with the same amount of weed.
in your area.
No, there was 2.
That
Oh.
was 2.
Two conversations going.
Oh,
Sorry, listeners.
sorry. Give us one moment. We're talking about weed. So we can do 2 blunts with the same amount of money. Same amount of money. With the same amount of
Would
weed.
you
it goes
smoke a
into
weed strain that was named Dick Cheese?
Yes.
Y'all wanna know?
That was some real life
He
crackhead.
said,
Y'all
well,
wanna know what's funny?
okay.
He said, I gotta see what he got on me.
Drew brought me this yesterday.
Can you see the crystals in it?
Hello, my strain is Dick Cheese.
Oh,
Just
my
write Dick Cheese on
God.
there. Please write Dick Cheese on there. Hello, my strain.
No,
is
that's
Dick
mine.
Cheese.
My best
Oh, I'm
friend.
not. You want me to feel? You gotta.
My best friend bought it for me yesterday. But read
Would
it.
you like for me to write Dick Cheese?
I got it.
I got you.
Hang on.
So wait, I kind of want to build off of what you
Off
was
Dick Cheese?
talking. Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
please. We're
What
tired
were
of
you
build
saying?
up.
What were you saying?
So like with my job at Charter, I realized that
No,
like what?
the base. of
Well,
what
you
were
late,
talking about.
goddammit.
Roll 2 the same amount of weed.
Please.
I
Refresh
You
my memory.
said,
can do
Your
that.
long speech.
well, no. You began to talk about that because of.
Oh,
the
because I'm
topic.
saying like
The
yeah.
topic.
So
Being real with yourself.
you can't
Is that
move
the
out of
other?
your situation
Right.
in a healthy way if you don't acknowledge where you are in your situation
Yeah.
and the reality of
That's why I
like
got the
your
conference.
position in the world with people in relationships
Mm-hmm.
unless you have a legitimate conversation with yourself and acknowledging like, you know what, I'm doing something wrong
Mhm.
because
I
look at
fucked up.
my surroundings.
Yeah.
And until you have that conversation with yourself,
Yeah.
you will not move on and move forward in a healthy way.
What that
You're
song
gonna
say?
struggle to figure out why you are in the position you're in without moving forward.
What
so
that
until
song-
you have that legitimate conversation,
With
it's not
yourself.
gonna change.
Cause what that song say? Listen to your heart.
Fuck your heart.
When they calling for you, listen to your heart.
It's-
It's
There's
very
nothing
much
else you
so,
can do. Cause I don't know where you going,
What's up?
but I don't know why. Right?
And
It's
And
very
listen
much
to your
so.
heart
You have,
before you tell them goodbye.
Byron.
Bars. Y'all know. Everybody know that damn song.
I have no idea what song that is.
Is that Fireflies?
No. You know the song, Bobby. That's Cascade. You don't know that song,
he looking
Geezer?
like
Well, you gotta like actually like sing it. I need a tune. and
damn,
something.
man.
It's not-
Well, all you gave us was the lyrics.
light skinned niggas be like, you
So look,
don't need the melody
gotta
for nothing if you
look,
buck.
you gotta
Look,
harmonize it.
Toasting, pistol holding, nigga.
that same type of behavior, right? You know, not being able to
Jefferson,
do everything Mark just said here. You know what I'm saying? If you're not aware of who you are, what's going on, all that good stuff. That's honestly, that trend is what starts just the deepest level of toxicity, because
Yeah.
it gets to a point where it ends up being taught. That type of mentality, or the reverse of that mentality, ends up being taught and passed down generation to generation. So people are treating their kids all types of fucked up, because they treating themselves all types of fucked up. And then you got a whole fucked up ass family who don't really know what the fuck going on, and everybody fucked up at the same time.
All those people.
Like I honestly,
Go ahead.
I honestly believe that like we are equipped mentally with everything that we need to put ourselves in another situation, a better situation.
Definitely.
But like
And the resources available.
and
Shit.
and knowing how to find them, knowing that you need to find those resources is why that conversation is so important. Of like, hey, I'm depressed. Why the fuck am I depressed? Let me actually have like a legitimate conversation. I mean, because like not being able to do that in a healthy way and like go through the trials of like self-exploration is what like a lot of mental health issues stem from that, because we're surrounded by toxic people, including family members.
Yes.
And not being able to have that conversation to know I need to get out of this current situation with these current people. And it's okay to outgrow certain relationships, but you won't know that, and you will start to perpetuate your situation by not having that conversation with yourself. Because I feel like until you realize that like that your surroundings, your environment, and your situation and your relationships aren't very beneficial to you as a person, you're gonna stay there. Shit.
Interesting.
But that can also have a selfish look on that as
It's
well,
okay to be
saying that it's not
And I think that's
beneficial to
fine.
you.
I think that's
I
fine.
don't if you're going to be
Selfishness
tied
is
into
essential.
relationships.
No, I think you have to be selfish because you have to put yourself first in all situations. Because
But a relationship, you in that
But listen,
I,
but
and it's a
listen.
we. Now we are doing
Well,
it
I
it's not-
understand
together.
that, but
That's why I said it's a
but
selfish
say
look.
it's a toxic relationship, then you have to. It should be an okay, I love myself enough to get out of this situation that's hurting me physically,
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally, whatever. And then on your tip, introspection is very much essential to growth. It has to be there because like you have to be able to be real with yourself.
And you got to be able to recognize change. That's where a lot of people fail in relationships because they don't understand that they're growing, but growing apart. You see what I'm saying? Like, and they don't know themselves enough to acknowledge, hey, shit's different within me. You know, I think different. I'm seeing things a little different. My perception has changed. This, that, and the other. And can not only acknowledge that, but then go to their partner about it. So when it comes to like what you were saying, like selfishness is
and that's
essential.
what comes in communicating with your partner.
Well, yeah, but that's
what
why
I'm saying.
selfishness is essential to an extent. Because just like you need to, have yourself together, she needs to have herself together, and in order for in order for it to work, I should say, so properly, in order to actually last. So
Here's one reality, though. I feel like we paint ourselves into these boxes just to keep the relationship alive, when in reality, just by you ending that relationship for healthy reasons, for good reasons, doesn't mean that, one, the relationship can't restart down the line when you two
That's
are...
not necessarily true. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes that growth isn't possible inside of a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, flat out.
I had to come to realize that in the past few recent months.
And it's like, if you want to be a well-adjusted adult and to be able to grow and prosper and pursue your interest, like, it's okay for you to pursue your interest inside of a relationship, but once that codependency starts, well, the reason I think codependency starts in relationships is because the individuals in that relationship, which is what a relationship is two individuals coming together.
Right.
And what happens is people tend to start to answer the questions that the individuals are looking for inside of that relationship. They rely on that relationship to answer those questions for the individual. And that's how codependency starts, and that's how it can get unhealthy.
Well,
And I speak from experience, like, because me and my fiance just broke up, and one of the things that we're both learning is it was a very codependent relationship to an unhealthy degree, because we were both in a position where we needed things as individuals that our relationship couldn't produce. And
Why
like,
couldn't it?
because
Well,
That's just
sometimes
how
it don't work
sometimes how
like
shit
that.
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes shit just
Like-
don't work out like that.
Like, give me examples of something that
So-
That couldn't happen because y'all were together.
yeah.
So the mindset that my girl had, as far as like how bills work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I needed something based on the things that I was working through and the trauma that I'd experienced, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I needed to work through, right? I come from we were poor. You know what I mean? I've been evicted from my house. I've lived in my car, right? So like my relationship with money is different than hers, where she grew up. Her dad was already retired by the time she was born.
Damn.
He worked at Anheuser-Busch, so they had money. She had the standing hair appointments. She had the standing nail appointments.
Mm-hmm.
So her relationship to money and to partnership and to like spousal financial support was different, because I expected partners.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question for my own, before we lose right where we at.
What's up?
I've dated two types of girls
Mm-hmm.
with what you just said. Was she the type who, once she got a man, she wanted that man to take over those responsibilities? Or was those things still getting met with you there?
So,
because I've dated both types.
It's not really a type.
She had a hiccup in her life.
No. What I mean is, I've dated girls who their family was set, so they was raised to a certain standard.
Mm-hmm.
However, their family was set more or less because of the father. So when they started dating me, I had certain things that I had to keep up with, because the father wasn't taking that responsibility on no more. You got a whole boyfriend.
And
then I've dated girls who they can still maintain themselves.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, though.
Here's what it is, though. Just let me.
He's
explain.
saying that basically she was regularly.
No.
She can
Hear me out.
Okay.
So, coming from the background that I have, where my mom was the one working, paying all the bills, and my dad would jump from job to job, and eventually they got divorced because we ended up losing the house, right? So my expectation for a partner is somebody to help me, like two working adults, full time. We should not be struggling for money. We shouldn't be struggling to pay the bills, right? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just these bills need to be paid, and whoever pays them. It's an equal input of effort and the sharing of responsibility. That's how I approach it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her approach was, well, it's paid, so we're good, right?
Gotcha.
And that her mindset of her expectation for a spouse and a partner was different than mine. And eventually, if we are going to get married, we needed to be on the same page. Mm-hmm. And we weren't even in the same book in terms of our relationship with money.
Okay.
So part of the problem that we had was that she didn't understand where I was coming from. And it was harder for her to see what I was saying because she had money. Okay. You know what I mean? So like her dad, like I said, like had standing hair appointments, standing nail appointments, and it wasn't that she was expecting that, although like it was definitely something she had to adjust to. But in her being unemployed like 2 different times and me taking all the responsibility, that's like the one thing that I didn't want in their relationship, because I saw how that turned out. Mm-hmm. I know what stress that put on my mom.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
You have a fear of that?
No, I just don't want to be in a relationship where that's the case. It's not a fear, because I did it. And I did it voluntarily, knowing and expecting her to like bounce back. And
you just know what not to get yourself into.
Do you feel like she's not putting that effort in? Is that what it is?
So it was the fact that it wasn't the effort, because I encouraged her to get out of the toxic place she was working, right? So I was okay with her not working, right? What I was missing was the understanding of what that did to me, and to do what she could to offer support. If it can't be financial, then it should be emotional, right? And I didn't even get that. You know what I mean? So
did you communicate that with her?
Yes, all the time.
Okay.
And the problem is the mindset that she had. She wasn't understanding of where I was coming from.
Okay.
Because she was only looking at it from her standpoint. So our relationship, or the lack thereof, couldn't move forward. Growth couldn't happen until she understood that. And for me to be in a relationship with her, it was necessary. That was my standard. Mm. And Jackie, this is something that like ties into what we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you have to be the one to close the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard as fuck. It's so hard for you to draw the line in the sand. Like, I kept putting the ball in her court,
Yeah,
And
because
I
you
was
want them
so,
to change.
and I was so mad when like she wouldn't get it, and then I was like, you know
I
what?
don't want change. Really. It's not so much.
Not
This
necessarily
isn't
change, but growth.
Yeah.
Like
Growth.
you,
Yeah.
And
you
understanding.
expect them. Okay, if we've broken up, or if we've had a miscommunication over something, as far as and had, I guess, a rift in our, normal day to day because of a miscommunication or misunderstanding, you would think that because I love you or
You're gonna
we've
rise to that
invested-
occasion.
Exactly.
And just
However,
like we said,
hold on, wait.
Wait.
I was thinking about this one.
Wait, because we've both invested just the same amount of time into each other, if we've grown. Don't start no shit.
No, I just been molding this one.
I just want to say something.
I just want to say one thing real quick, because you say that you want them to change, but
I don't. That's not what I mean.
no, I know.
Well, I mean, no. Actually, that is what I mean, because we change on a daily.
Here's the thing,
believe
though.
it or
Here's
not.
the thing. If
And you change, whether you're considering it a major or minor change. However, some people call it compromise.
Mm-hmm.
You change as far as or evolve to like what your partner does. If you're not used to, like a female that's not used to getting her nails done, if she knows that her significant other really loves that they do that for her, I bet you they start doing it to please that person. So change, whether how small or big, you still change for your significant other.
When I think of people, I think of them like plants. I literally think of people like plants. You can water a plant as much as you need to. You can give it as much sunlight as it's going to get. It's only going to grow when it's ready to grow, though.
Grow in second grade.
However, the climate it's put in is going to determine how it grow. Sometimes people are just put in wrong climates,
See, here's the,
and that's why they're not growing. They can get all the sunlight and
people
water
just don't.
and
Putting
love
the
they
wrong
need,
plant
but they're just
in
not
the wrong
growing because they're in
climate.
the wrong climate.
But some people just don't want to, and it
So
goes
two
back to
things,
that
though.
inspection thing
So-
or self-reflection, what we were talking about earlier, because you have to be able to say, okay, yes, I do have these flaws. I do.
It's moving out of your comfort zone.
Exactly,
That's what
and
people
change
not-
is never
not- They don't want to
so
do that.
one
Yes.
one
Yeah.
reality that we have realized.
It's actually we're gonna work our way
Is-
into the red pill because this is all on the same.
I
topic.
love this conversation.
One truth that we had to accept, that I accepted, I can't speak for her. Love is not enough. You can love somebody to the end of the fucking earth.
Love is
More
not
than
enough
you-
for what? Damn.
Love is not enough to keep a relationship
Blunt
together.
gone. Would you pass
Somebody
it?
bitch you.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Everything's got to be in alignment. Like
Love, yeah.
everything, you can't expect
What
everything
does
to just fall
love
into
have
place.
to be enough for? What is it not?
to
what-
keep a relationship for, to solve the problems in a
Because look,
relationship.
Oh,
You have to
you
actively
can
want-
Jimmy
So-
said, "Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?"
Let's look at let's look at this because let's get this off the table real quick. Understand that when it comes to like us people who can talk about it and things like that, majority of the people.
I didn't mean to blow it out towards you. I didn't mean to blow it out
That's
towards
right.
you.
I do have actual examples that were like,
There is a general, I guess, outline or way that a relationship is supposed to work, and words like compromise are very popular. But I don't
it's a thing.
personally believe that there is supposed to be that much, say, compromise or anything, any type of specific layout on how it's supposed to go, right? And what I mean when I say that is, in order for you to be sure that that person is meant for you, there's a certain alignment that needs to be there across the board. I'm not being superficial and saying, this person's supposed to be exactly like you, whatever. But it is literally one individual dating another individual and finding a spot in which their relationship melds and molds together like a puzzle piece. You see what I'm saying? There are positives. There are going to be positives and negatives and all that good stuff. But there's also the thing of opposite attract. Like, say, I'm not good with money, but she's great with money. You see what I'm saying? There are things like that kind of go back and forth. So, with all of that being said, I don't think that it should necessarily be like a whole, I don't know, like, you see where I'm getting at here?
I feel like you're
'cause
saying
it's
it
like-
in
saying
a
it
bit-
shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't be forced.
So-
Yeah,
However,
because
but-
you shouldn't have to. Oops.
Damn,
you
they
shouldn't
getting fucked
have
hella
to.
hard.
I ain't even got no bitch.
Look at you.
The universe
You sure?
says you do.
No.
Who in your heart?
Thought you was cosmic.
Who you
Yeah.
thinking of in this
You
conversation?
definitely
it's-
shouldn't have to.
Force anything. Now, I do agree.
So,
you shouldn't have
You
to force
shouldn't
it.
have
I
to
do
force
agree
it,
with
but
that.
what I'm saying
But
is,
I do think you can. You should move a certain way, because if I'm not in a relationship, there's a different me. When I'm in a relationship, now that's a different me.
But-
So I'm going to move certain ways, because when I'm not in a relationship,
How
I
far
have
ahead
different
do you
motions.
think?
Huh?
How far ahead do you think?
What do you mean?
So,
Are you
when-
asking him
I think
specifically?
ahead years.
What do
you
you
know,
mean?
I mean, it's a general question. So, like, in
Okay.
relationship, in serious relationships,
Okay.
how far into the future do you plan?
I plan the
Marriage.
future.
Let's go
I
around.
plan this. I actually plan for a goal.
And marriage
I say this is where I want to
is
get. I want to get to
milestone.
this point with you, and now I'm in the mode like as I'm living life with them. I'm in the modes of what do I have to do to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see that's how I look at the
See,
future.
marriage
like-
shouldn't be the end all be all either. That's
It's
No,
not
it's
even
not.
marriage. I don't
Right.
even really support marriage. I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah.
you.
I know,
Marriage is
understandable.
nothing but the law saying like, hey, y'all can file together.
right.
Like I don't
When
give a
I say
fuck.
marriage, it
You
don't
know what
have
I'm
to be
saying?
legal.
Like, I don't give a
in
fuck.
this-
I
So-
never get. I never.
But I
wait,
do know how much it
People
means
do
to
forget
her.
about,
So
like,
I never get past the dating phase.
So, okay.
I wonder.
you are very particular in the way you do
Yeah.
things and
Yeah,
what you
I
want.
never
We
get.
know
I
you.
never get.
And when you're very
So,
particular,
it got me to-
like
it-
that,
it-
you're
it-
really not gonna find the perfect match.
I've been
Or
over.
you just not,
Hold on, wait.
or you just don't want to be in that
I've
relationship.
been
Yeah.
overthinking the
I
past
wish
few
more
years that
people would
maybe
just
I
admit
put
that
too
and, like,
much
stay
thought.
What? Yeah,
Into
I'm not
shit?
honest with you.
No.
You put too much thought.
Sorry.
Huh?
No,
You put too much thought.
I've been thinking I put too much thought into me getting into a relationship over the past few years because never had one. I've dated several times, but with you saying how far do you think? I think future with everybody that I talk to, and that's what keeps me from getting into a relationship with them.
So
Too
here's what
much
happened to
thought
me.
can pull back emotion.
Here's
That's
what
not
happened to
true.
me.
What, too much
For
thought?
the longest
I
time,
don't. I
I
disagree.
definitely
For the longest time, I
definitely
like
agree with that.
told myself that I wanted to be in a relationship, right? Because that's what we are programmed to like feel. You know what I mean? In TVs, movies, things like that. Like it highlights relationships like that. So I like one day I was just chilling at home. I told myself again that I wanted a relationship, and then I looked at my life, and I was like, nothing that I'm doing is supporting the idea that I actually want a relationship. And then I stopped saying that shit. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just be single. And like when I did that shit, it clicked because there was a moment I got done hooking up, and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of over this. And I was like, okay, now I legitimately want a relationship. I stopped feeding into that like thought of like we're supposed to be in relationships, and it was so free. If you don't want a
stopped being
relationship,
distracted
Yeah,
and started
you-
like paying
you don't
attention
get a
to your
relationship.
And that's
to your
why a
actions.
lot
and that's
of
okay.
And that's
To
why a
your
lot of
emotions.
And
marriages
you know, Mark, I
don't
see you
work.
as a big cousin, so I really see that as some for real advice.
No, like dead ass.
That's
Like,
why
once
I-
you stop lying to
yeah.
yourself and like trying to put yourself into like what the fuck do you want? I wish people every day would start to
Yeah.
ask
But I'm gonna be
themselves,
honest
what
with you.
that's
But
do
this is
you
the thing.
actually
Some
want?
people contradict themselves with what they want.
I want
Because
a
listen-
wife. I
Because they
want
don't
3
really know what they
kids.
want.
Yeah,
But-
you
but-
really
but-
know what you want
but-
until
but-
you
but-
try. But
but-
that's
but-
and that's why I live a trial and error lifestyle.
I
I
wouldn't
can't
say
take
that.
those
However,
risks.
but
I cannot.
I live a trial and error
it's a
lifestyle.
risk, yes. However, I
Teach
feel
us
like we are also talking about we're programmed to think that we're only supposed to be monogamous. The thing is, that's why a lot of marriages don't work.
Yeah.
If people actually married or went for what they were attracted to instead of what's been I don't
Enough
wanna say
people gauge
program.
it.
No.
I'm just
no.
playing. I'm
For
just
real,
playing.
Jackie's right.
I'm just playing.
if
I'm
more
just
people
playing.
went for what they want, I want to be with 2 women, I want to be with 3, or I want to be just single, whatever the case
It'll
may
become
be.
more socialized.
Not only
It's okay
that,
to
but
want
not
what you
only
want.
that,
That's the reason why
it's
people.
okay to just want
That's the reason why
one
people
as
think
well.
you're supposed to be in a monogamous relationship because it's
But-
socialized to be in a monogamous relationship.
But what I'm saying,
when it's really not a human way. I'm finishing your damn thought,
I didn't
nigga.
ask for your help,
Where you were struggling.
Mom. I don't want any help.
She was struggling because
Shit.
she was interrupting her.
Fuck.
I'm trying to help her come out the closet. I'm holding the door open like, get your ass out here.
She's like,
Okay.
wait.
Let
Let me
finish.
grab
I
my
got something to
shoes.
say.
I'm putting on my
top of that.
socks.
I've already been out the closet. What do you mean?
And then you went back in.
She said she was like
God.
18
Oh my
times today.
goodness. Yeah.
You saying?
Anyway,
Any gays.
Oh my
So,
gosh. Yeah.
fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Our titties ain't bounce like
on
none.
top of that,
Because they
right?
ain't fake. They ain't drop yet.
Just like
I don't fucking forgot.
I was saying earlier, because that really just loops back around to exactly what I'm talking about. Like, society does that.
Yeah.
So
But
there, that standard across the board is what got everybody fucked up. Nobody advertises, hey, figure
Be
out what
single.
you want before you. Not even single. You don't label it.
I had false
Just
perceptions.
do you.
Yeah.
You see
I had a
what I'm
false
saying?
image.
You're right.
Just
I had a false image.
Just move
Growing-
until a move seems like a good idea.
Growing up, I had a very false image of what I thought love was. I wanted for the longest, y'all might laugh at this, I wanted for the longest a Corey and Topanga relationship. I wanted to meet some nerdy ass girl who fucked with me, we vibed with each other.
And fucked your friend.
What's up with you?
Because ain't that what Topanga did?
Topanga did not fuck Sean.
Did somebody actually name
They
Topanga?
was in a whole relationship, bro.
No, they wasn't. It was just to piss Corey off.
Well, look,
Oh, okay.
Sean-
Yeah, something about Boy Meets
But you know what I'm
Anyway.
Sean knew what he was doing because he
Anyway.
knew Corey was too pussy to ask her out on a date.
What you were
If you
saying
think
was-
about it, who got the number first?
I tried.
What are you saying?
I don't remember who.
Nah, what he was
No,
trying to
at
continue
the
on
New
his
Year's
train of
party,
thought.
who got the number first,
No, cut
Sean?
him off like you do
Oh
everybody.
yeah! No, don't call
Hey,
me
hey, hey,
Sean.
hey, hey,
no,
hey.
we was in competition
Time-
that night. That was before this was even that.
Exactly.
That doesn't even
still,
count. That
still.
doesn't even count.
What
No.
you were saying
She was normal until she became
Because
more.
I watched it happen. Y'all was just gonna go off into that whole wait a minute, but no. Anyway, you were saying, see, you see what you did? I cannot believe
You
you.
forgot to?
We was gonna have
No.
a good ass
yeah,
conversation.
I was like, no.
And everybody is out of the loop like a motherfucker. But
Definitely.
what
No,
you were
no.
saying was-
Everybody was still. I still think I can
But in
definitely
the
get
moment-
it with the person I want it with.
I think you just understand what you actually have to do
To get it. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I really think
So
it is.
where a
lot
I
of
think know
people-
what we want. Like we have an image that we see and be like, oh, I want that,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna figure out what it takes
But
to
then
get
you
it
also
as you
have to-
experience it.
You also
I
have to
still
be
want my
realistic.
Topanga Lawrence.
You have to be realistic with yourself as far as what are you willing to
Work.
input and put in
Sacrifice.
the effort towards it, because everything takes compromise, whether people want to believe it or not. And
Patience.
patience
it's a
is
balance
key,
across the
trust,
board.
and they have to be realistic with themselves about their flaws as well, which goes back to the pill, because
Knowing
you,
yourself.
okay, this flaw, okay, this is toxic. Like, this won't work. This will not keep my relationship going. People have to understand that. So whether it's money problems, because when I'm dating, if I'm even entertaining you, I'm thinking long term. Like, it's not necessarily a time on it. It's not rushing them, but dating, relationship, marriage, like, I plan on dying with you. Like, I know what I want. But I had to work on my communication skills, because at first, because I wasn't taught effective communication or exactly how to communicate how I felt in a healthy manner, then I couldn't do that. So I was putting my hands on people, always fighting, or money. My mother grew up, or the way I grew up, survivalism. Okay, that does not work in a marriage. It's an investment, not just emotional or physical or time wise. Like, it's an investment in
have to
all
look at-
aspects.
It's
If you don't
only-
want your
wait,
shit
but
to
you gotta
fuck
be
somebody
vulnerable.
else's stuff up, you have to
Like,
fix yourself.
Yeah,
It's
like
only
before I
gonna
get
get
married,
shit.
like
It's
before I get married, I
only-
want my credit to be
That's
right.
real.
That's like if you don't
because-
want
real.
your shit to bring down your partner, you have to deal with
Because
your
once
shit.
y'all get
It's-
married,
if you
y'all
don't,
are
it's
a
Wait,
unit. Y'all are,
wait. It's only
Or have a
gonna
strategy.
it's only gonna get worse. The whole time you're talking, I
be
was sitting there
miserable.
thinking about how did we get to that point,
I can't do that.
and it's because of we are not supposed to have as many options as we have when it comes to dating.
I feel
We're
like
not.
all the
Why not,
privileged
though?
people.
The human mind
came
literally
over
can
from
only
Europe,
hold up.
and that
to-
culture has
can
like
only,
seeped
like-
in.
Me and you are close friends. They can only hold the human
Gotta
mind
be
can only hold to about 150 close friendships.
First of all,
You get on your social media.
I'm only on 3.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's
But
tough.
you get on social
But that proves
media
your point. That
and you
proves
got
your point.
5,000. And out of those 5,000, you might shoot your shot at 200 girls over the course of 4 years.
You talking about
I know, I be
averages.
loving the shit out of some pictures.
Now you talking numbers.
Oh,
So it's
God.
like when you get those kind of odds, and you also got to think about how
And everybody is attractive.
people
quote,
are
unquote.
a replica of their love language. They are taught their love language by how they were growing up.
I
So
started
you
to
get
read
all.
them about
Wait,
some-
let me finish. You get all of those people, and you just throw them in a big ass pool.
And a lot of that with
And now you
traumas.
just keep throwing in people because people keep hitting the age where they can get on social media, and social media is how we meet a lot of people nowadays.
Old
And
people
I-
living longer.
I also
It
believe
is very, very
Farmers
rare
only.
you meet somebody and you're actually dating somebody you've known outside of social media.
See, but a
10
lot of
years
people
plus.
are just trying to fuck, and I wish they was.
you just say that. Just say that.
We
Yeah,
now
communication.
because
But then-
no,
but
we
then I've
can't
done it.
because
And
I've done
society
it.
doesn't.
And that's
make it
going to
normal.
always be based
Listen,
off
you know what I'm
physical
saying?
attraction.
But you know what? I did that. I've done that.
But I feel like
a
that's
couple
the
of
growth
times.
to learn
And-
how to like admit what you want. To
But I've done
Society
it. That's
needs
what
to
I'm
stop
saying.
hating.
I've done it. People say that, and then I've done it multiple times. Like,
Black women
hey,
need to stop hating
I
on
think
what-
you're
what
physically
single people
attractive.
do.
Let's go get tested together. I would love to have you as
And
a
I'm
fuck
for
buddy
real.
type
I'm not
thing.
even joking on that.
And they're like, whoa,
Yeah.
no,
No.
I'm not gonna play with your feelings. I just want some cat, and I want to be
See,
gone.
people
And them
generalize.
saying no has to be okay.
That's a level of toxicity within itself. People generalize heavy. So you got these fuck boys that be like, oh, she want a boyfriend, but I'm just trying to fuck. So I'm gonna act like I'm trying to be her boyfriend so I can fuck.
And people not being
every
honest with
girl
us.
wants that. Apparently, every girl wants that. So you
No,
know what?
it's not
I'm
that.
not.
No,
listen,
no,
listen,
no,
listen.
no,
Whoa, whoa,
no,
hey, whoa,
no,
whoa,
no.
Oh, you
whoa.
Every girl
wait,
wants that.
wait.
Your girlfriend looking around.
Hold on, wait, no. It's because Byron living like 2017.
Whoa.
By 2019, girls fuckboy detectives are like on 10 right now.
Yes.
That's-
They
that's-
see-
that is-
to the
yeah.
fuck boy.
They see you a mile away.
That's
Yes.
They hit you
I'm
up talking
just
about they
saying,
want to
though.
fuck first.
Yes.
I mean,
Where
like,
you at? What you doing?
And it's
Well,
to the point
shit.
where we are adjusting to
Generally.
that. It's to the
Yeah.
point where we're not trying to fuck. We're just trying to keep everything cool until they say we can
Imagine
fuck.
this. You on a boat.
wait a minute.
And
That
then-
shit's
hold on,
in the
wait.
key.
Yes.
Imagine
bro.
this. You on a boat. 2 years ago, you and your homeboy on a boat. Y'all went fishing. Y'all got to get y'all best bait to throw in the water. Now, the fish coming, and you got to say, goddamn, which one do I want? They just, boom. Nah.
But it's always been like that for females. But when females do it, we're classified as hoes.
But what y'all
We're
said
not
earlier?
It depends on the quality of the woman.
This is what I said about.
Bullshit.
It
females
does.
control
Bullshit.
sex.
No, it
Because
does.
You
It
can,
does.
No.
It does.
Because
It
you
does.
can be
It does.
sexual.
Didn't we
No,
start
because you can be
with
that?
sexual.
Females control, women are the gatekeepers of sex.
Mhm.
Men are the gatekeepers of relationships.
Bullshit. Because someone to be no. Because I've
bullshit.
seen it. A female
It's
will
trending,
have no.
It's trending
no,
the other way though.
no, females would
That's just
have
because of the mix of
all the bad and
different people.
toxic qualities, but because she got some good ass pussy, niggas will hop in a relationship and will hold on to that for years.
They're
good-ass
dumb.
pussy has
They're
to go
dumb.
No, I'm saying, I've
Because
seen more
I will
of that.
play your heart
I ain't
like
gonna
I
lie,
want.
nigga like me done did that, boy.
Exactly.
Got-
It
wait.
was good in the motherfucker.
You got to the
But-
relationship.
And nobody else had this motherfucker.
Wait. And you
Until
got-
she pissed me off enough.
and you
And
got
I'm like,
into the
man, fuck her
relationship?
and his vagina.
So what you saying is
And you
different
got
But
into
I'm
the
saying I've
relationship?
seen more of that
Yeah,
than
Rihanna.
what
Oh,
Ty.
we are two different kind of
friends
fuckboys.
with.
Rihanna.
y'all.
I
'Cause
will
I'ma
fuck
play you.
first and fuck you.
Rihanna, what you mean? That's definitely what Rihanna was. That bitch
Hey,
didn't know
stop
me.
name dropping, family.
Oh,
no, fuck
no,
that
fuck
bitch.
her. Yeah, fuck her.
I mean,
Fuck
well,
her.
if it's one of those, but still,
Yes, fuck her.
respect. Come on now.
No, respect.
General.
She gets.
I don't know though, so
Oh,
stop
so
it.
She gets.
Give me the
none of
respect.
that.
Okay, let's get him hip real quick then.
No, don't do that.
Oh.
Come on, let's just keep. What's
Imagine-
the
Pineapples. Alright, I'm head out.
Yeah.
No, because we got to get the listeners hip now. Imagine you had
We
a
talked about it already on Boy Scouts.
Could be new listeners.
True.
Short brief. Imagine you had a homeboy. Your homeboy was dating this girl. The girl knew you had a best friend. After y'all break up for whatever the reason, she start trying to fuck your best friend. Hello, I'm the best friend. Nigel is the boyfriend.
Well, good job.
And it was all to get back at me.
Good job.
Little do she know, I plot.
Good job.
Muhaha.
He was like,
And
shit,
he's
I
about
was
to
just
take
passing
over
off to the homie.
about to take over
You
the
played
Tri-City
right
area.
into it.
Yes. Taking over the Tri-City area.
That's all.
I'm the mastermind behind the whole plan.
That's all bad.
And then she found a nigga that looks just like
That's hilarious.
me.
That'd be the worst when you
Looks
find
just
somebody
like me.
that look just like your ex. Like,
I said, oh, you're stuck.
All right, come
I
on.
win. You're
Come
stuck.
on.
So
Fuck her, though.
Did y'all finish on actual conversation?
I don't know.
I think
We
yeah,
really can't start in the pill with him upstairs.
that's facts. I think
There's levels to it though,
yeah, that
Yeah,
does
it's
definitely.
definitely in it.
because
Trump
Tinder
past
is not
Trump.
the same as OkCupid.
No,
add-
Tinder is literally strictly to fuck.
That's
You
what I'm
Bitch,
saying.
you pretty
So,
enough
like,
that I want to fuck you. What? You just saying yes? You can't even talk to the bitch. You have to just swipe yes
Gotta
or
see if
no.
the pussy good
You
before
can
I
see
come.
photos and then make a caption.
You have to find.
That's it.
No, but it's a difference with like it's
I fuck.
when-
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
fuck.
no,
That's
no.
literally all it is.
Y'all-
yeah. But
I never look at
but-
somebody and be like, damn, she look like she got a good conversation.
Oh
No,
God!
I don't do
no,
that.
No, I never
You know
said
what
no,
I'm
no. I
saying?
never said that looks no. I never said that looks don't matter. I never
That's
said
all funny.
because physicality is that's the first thing you see. Damn, she fine as fuck. I
What I want to
think
do
I
is
want to
something
see.
fun.
I'm not
Right. So I really hate when people like looks
Let me
don't
pick that
matter
line.
and you
But
only
look,
like
I think in closing,
Sorry.
though, I think you gotta find just the purest form, okay, or at least work towards the purest form of your desire.
okay work
You see
towards
what
the
I'm
pure.
saying?
So I thought you
Definitely,
was
definitely.
I was
You know
waiting
what I'm
on you to say.
Because
And what I mean
Find the
by
perfect
pure
person.
is exactly what you want, minus anything, any external force, any external outlier, any external variable.
know
see
you
what I'm
before
saying?
you compromise.
Exactly. You got to work from the inside out.
I like that.
Period.
Know you before you compromise.
Yeah. Period. You know, is that something that you're willing to let go of based off what or who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like you should never have to go too far outside of how you move,
Yeah.
because then they can just be who they are to you
I want some
and not
mimosas.
have that label that that will put you in such a compromising position. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you slap a title on you and another person, it's kind of like, okay, now I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And then everything that follows.
'Cause, I mean, there are so many like unspoken rules
Mhm.
that are broadcasted out as far as like how to behave in relationships.
Yeah.
That sometimes you gotta like center yourself and like, okay, you know what? This is not a fucking movie. Wait a minute. You know what I mean?
We still heard
And,
you.
like,
Still hurt.
That's hilarious.
also, though, like love without growth is how you get codependence. And I just feel like you just gotta move
Yes.
and try to grow and be.
It's-
If you're
it's
trying to
really-
have like a serious relationship, I'm not.
Yeah, it's
talking
only
if you're
about
just
how
trying to
much
fuck people
effort
for
you're
10
willing to
minutes,
put
right?
in, and I feel like you
Yeah.
need to know
It is
yourself
what
in
it
order
is.
to know
Just be
how much.
honest.
Y'all
What's
actually
up?
had y'all actually had luck on Tinder?
No.
I
Yeah,
have
I have.
before.
I had Tinder
See,
for
'cause I like to
24
talk to
hours.
I have
Yeah,
before.
I'm trying
but
to
I-
like, what's up?
Tinder is just the weakest of the apps for me.
No, BOL fish.
But no, I had Tinder for
I
24
hate
hours.
POL.
Ain't get no
POL
swipes
is a weak
and realized I was ugly and I
Catfish,
deleted it.
motherfuckers be catfishing on POL.
I got a catfish by a bitch who didn't have two front teeth. I'm not.
What?
Dead ass.
I just get bitches who put their pictures that's from like years before, and I pull up like, bitch, you done crack between this time.
You done had a baby, got
Yeah,
fat.
exactly. You
Okay.
got love handles
I didn't know they
now.
had cameras that good 15 years ago. I honestly like I'm talking about the quality of those old
They
ass
weren't.
pictures. I'm just like,
All it takes is a filter.
That's it. Well,
Filters
he said
do-
quality. Hey, if you got them old school off-brand Android,
The
some
right
of those
filter,
pictures they be
the
posting.
right
Actually,
filter
some
will
of them
make
not
the
bad.
picture
Like
look amazing.
The recent.
If
like,
it's
I think
faded on
LG
the
something.
The
edge.
right
grainy ass
filter
photos.
would do its
Well,
job.
anyway,
I'm
oh
trying
look,
to
there's a
say, they be-
transition.
Red pill? Oh, the blunt was ready on him too.
Damn.
Want to hit it before you leave?
Might as well.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if you wash your hand, so.
Wow.
No, I'm just playing. He said, yeah, I might not. So.
Can we do a subtopic until?
Yes, so I was watching this movie.
Bitches
Don't let the
and
dick
hoes.
cheese-
When
Wash
Devin
your
get
hands
back,
just
when
made me think
Devin
about
get,
this. I was
when
watching
Devin
this
get back, hold on,
movie.
wait. When Devin get back, we launching off with the red pill,
Gotcha.
Right.
I was watching this
and
movie
then getting into the black pill.
where he told this man, he said, you either wash your hands before you go to the bathroom or after you go to the bathroom. It defines the type of man you are.
Who the fuck watches that?
And this nigga washes his hands before he goes to the bathroom.
He a serial killer?
No, but this nigga was fantasized about having sex with this woman.
I mean, do
And
y'all
he had
touch
a
y'all
whole
dick when
family
y'all
with-
do y'all touch y'all dick when y'all go to the bathroom?
I
Yes.
mean,
It depends on if I can
Yes,
like.
nigga, I shake after I
Nah,
get
it
fit. I'll be
depends.
real.
I ain't got to do all of that. I'm
I
dead ass.
I don't either. If I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
got
I
to
mean-
do all
Sit
of that.
down.
Huh?
Use the
Me, well, we
pants.
don't
Yeah,
have
I'll
options
pull
but to
the
watch.
pants
Depends
down,
on
just
where I'm
the
at.
sweats down. You know what I'm saying?
Depends on
But-
where I'm at.
Yeah, but I
Some
don't know
people
why.
do it.
Because
I
I'm a
still wash
mechanic.
my
I
hands.
can't have all this oil on my dick, family.
Oh, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
understand.
So I gotta be like,
It's lubrication, right?
you gotta
Oh.
chill out. You have to chill out.
That's
You
Oh,
try
one
to-
rough
You
vagina.
trying to get-
That's one rough
Got
vagina.
a
You have to
well-oiled
use oil.
machine, shit.
All that
Oh,
dick
that's
bio
gonna be a
here.
bad.
She's Australian.
Right.
That's an
That's
Australian
dick
bitch. That's what
Old
it is.
greasy dick
She
bio.
Bosnian. You gotta
That's-
do oil, nigga.
No,
That
that's
shit got some dirt on it still.
Right.
That's nasty.
That's
Come
gonna be a
on.
really
Come
bad.
on.
first
It's
time.
just, it's just Cajun. It's
Oh.
seafood.
Right.
Right. Oh
Huh?
man. Right.
No,
oh man.
back.
They
Okay,
call
all
you
right,
Pins
all right.
on.
Back freshman year of high school, I used to write erotic stories, right?
About dick
Yeah.
Cause he's the same.
Just
About
different
you
kind of
too,
sex
right?
shit, just different kind of sexual encounters. And I got the inspiration because I had this book
You rolled the smack between the snakes.
that had all these different sex stories in it. And one of the sex stories was about a mechanic fucking a girl with lube, with oil as lube. And I'm just like, wow.
I'm gonna try that.
Doesn't look
That
like
Harry
it.
Potter fan thing.
No,
Hey, look.
that's one that you was
You don't
fucking
know
with
what
a Bosnian bitch, wasn't you?
This is ninth grade of high school.
So
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
That-
hey.
that bitch-
Oh,
that
I got
fuck
some
pussy.
news for y'all and everybody on the podcast listening right now. Y'all ready? Apparently,
There's some hoes upstairs.
I'm a gang member.
Wait, what?
I was walking through Snooks.
Your girlfriend
With my
laughed, so that
lady
means you
here.
ain't tough.
I was walking through Snooks with my lady, right? We shopping, nigga. We shopping, right? And
We
then
didn't be shopping.
I'm walking around the corner. This dude, he looked homeless. His shirt was all fucked up. He was carrying bags, and he was old as hell.
It was the cuts and
It was a
eyebrows.
homeless-
wasn't it?
And no. Anyway, he was walking, and I was wearing this, right? Wearing a little dome cap or whatever. And as soon as he got shoulder to shoulder, he said, "Gang member," and he kept walking, just like that, just like that. That's literally how it happened. Now there were like 3 other women around me with their kids, not including my lady, right?
You got kids?
So I was like, no. I was
Say,
like,
no.
She like,
he has
yo.
dick cheeks.
You trying to get her?
So I was like, he ain't talking to nobody else but me. It took me too long to process to react. Because he was already halfway across Snooks by the time, I realized
Ew, you
what the
shop at
fuck
Snooks?
just
I was
happened.
like, lady, don't let him talk to you like that.
Wait, no.
Snooks got variety, okay? I cook. All right?
Yeah, on me.
I
on me.
cook.
On
I
me.
need options, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole Foods.
And I don't mind paying for them
Jailbirds.
options.
Whole
Fuck.
Foods, jailbird.
Why would I pay that extra
Fuck
dollar
all
I
for the
wouldn't be
same
caught
shit
Man,
as
I'm
Snooks?
gonna
Dead.
order these like a
Still
motherfucker.
gross,
All these
kinda.
save a lot.
See, I hate all these sides.
But it's
Anyway.
certain it's certain
Right.
things you get.
Either too sweet or
All
not
these
enough.
are-
I only do their meat.
You certain things you get.
I
in
would.
certain
I am
places.
too good for Snooks. Okay, Whole Foods.
Anyway.
Dilbergs.
Anyway.
He's the
Foods?
bitter one who
Yeah,
used to shop at
bird.
shopping
Hey,
center.
that's fine.
That's what it
I'm
is.
glad you got money,
That's what
family.
it is.
Look, I'm trying to get like you.
Oh God,
Hey,
I want
hold
to
on,
I'm trying to
wait,
get like
wait,
you,
wait,
okay?
wait. I just rolled past a shopping center yesterday. Like, you motherfuckers.
Hey,
I'm going to
look,
Right,
Full Art
I'm
Market.
there.
Late hours.
Look.
What the fuck?
I'm there 3 or 4 times a week. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
At
Anyway.
Snooks,
Schnooks, all of these, Save a Lot.
do better.
Snooks is-
I
I'm-
hate
I'm a
Save-A-Lot's
thrifty-
food.
I'm a thrifty
I'm sorry, I
fuck-
hate Save-A-Lot's
I can make it
food.
work.
I
You
think
can
they
even
buy
get
stuff.
Amazon Prime to deliver your groceries.
Yeah,
You
like
better,
flyers
boo
and
boo.
stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I hate
Dollar
that.
Tree even
If
got
you
y'all
knew
get
better-
all y'all kind of mid
Oh,
circle.
God.
Wait,
Anyway.
I got a bar. I got a bar.
every-
I got a bar.
Anyway.
A bar.
If you knew better,
And they about to start selling
you'd
alcohol.
grew better. You'd grew better.
No, fuck all that. Fuck what you're talking
That's a
about.
Dollar
Dollar
Tree.
Tree about
Anyway,
talking about selling
there's
dollar
the-
shots.
There's a real
Nah, I don't want no
transition.
shots from Dollar Tree. Fuck around and die.
Oh,
And
man.
them
For
pipe
a dollar. It's,
You got
it's
some-
2
wait,
shots
wait.
of 4 Loco. No, I'm cool.
You got something wrong with Dollar Tree?
It's 2 shots of bleach.
No, I
is what
love
it
Dollar
is.
Tree.
No, the Dollar Tree was talking about starting to sell alcohol.
Nobody
Shit.
Dollar shots.
They got shots
They
already
got
for
Dollar
a dollar
shots
when
and
you.
Schnooks.
Hey,
Yeah.
you fucking dirt cheap.
Yeah, it's the same
Even white
thing.
folks been Dollar Tree like, whoo, this so.
For real.
Boy.
The boss
Hope no one sees me.
No, they
Hey,
get that
wait,
motherfucker
wait,
proud.
wait.
Got my green basket.
I do got something to say about white people. You know, white
We
people
need
are
bowls.
the only motherfuckers that's for
And it
real
has-
about
it's
marriage.
some nice
Decorations.
You
Toys.
said white people are the only real motherfuckers about marriage?
Yes,
No.
Bullshit.
white people, white men take
got
they
some
ma-
food, boy.
No, listen,
Oh.
white. Can y'all listen?
No, listen, I'm
White men are the only people who take their marriage vows to heart.
You
Bill
sound like a
Clinton.
white man.
Listen,
Have
listen,
you heard
So
the
listen.
what did Bill
Republican
Clinton-
National
Wait,
Convention?
can y'all listen?
Wait a minute.
Can y'all listen? That shit says till death do you part. White men will kill the wife, the kids, the dog, and themselves.
What about OJ?
OJ's still alive.
He ain't killing.
The wife, the kids, the dog, and themselves. You can look at how many cases of white men that spazzed out and
because
killed the wife, the kids,
so
the
true.
dog.
Tired of being a father.
Yeah.
So one,
Look.
All this
Black
shit
men just leave and start another family across town.
Facts.
That's St. Louis shit.
That's fact.
No, that's
facts.
Southern shit for real. That is for real Southern shit.
That's facts.
Your grandfather
it
got a
crazy?
whole other family across town
Is it
that you
crazy
know,
that,
but
like,
you don't know.
after watching some like crime daily videos on YouTube, I was like, "Hey, babe, if you ever like
Is what she
so
was still
mad at me,
babe?
please don't kill me.
Right.
I just fucking leave. Like
Yes,
we can
bro.
both just part and no
This
bloodshed.
lady,
But it be
I'll
like
just
that.
fucking shake.
this lady
You just let me know if you think
killed her husband for cheating, cut his body parts up, and literally was driving and was just throwing his body parts
I can relate to
out the
that.
fucking car driving. And then she
saying, "Here's the
reported
mail."
this nigga missing.
What do
Hey,
you do?
that's what's up.
What do you do
I said,
and for how long
"What the fuck?"
to make a motherfucker that mad at you?
Hey, when she go to the
And I think it's
kitchen,
a suppression.
And I
of
believe the
emotion.
penis was a separate part that she did.
when she digging in the knife drawer after the argument, all right, I'm gonna head out.
Knife drawer.
No,
Mine
because
starting
look-
with the hands. She gonna disable my ass and
No,
then go get the knife.
because
No,
peep
no.
this.
I'm on the floor twitching right now. She going to go get the rest of it to finish the job.
And your
No.
phone like right, you're like, okay, Google.
No,
The
on-
one
on
time,
some
you,
real
hey
shit, though.
Siri, the one time that bitch don't answer.
Oh, God.
bitch.
Oh God, on some real shit though, peep this. Motherfuckers straight be playing with your feelings and think that you won't fuck them up.
Bring it in.
That is true.
I talk pretty loud.
No. It's a
One.
Oh.
It's a trend.
So use
Jackie,
your words.
Jackie gay ass just fucked up the motherfucking transition. But we finna fucking transition to the
my
motherfucking
dick.
red pill. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know health is wealth. If you ain't checking your health and you're playing yourself, you
Check your
heard
dick
me?
cheese.
In the words of Vic, cause Vic ain't been here.
Oh no.
Oh no, you sound like
Man,
a great
Vic
value.
ain't
girl.
been here. I'm taking Vic's spot. Fuck you, Vic.
Nah.
Man,
That's how. That's how. Hey,
man.
that's
My nigga going through some shit
Yeah.
right now, and I gotta
How am
stand
I
up
supposed
for
to
him.
know? Come on now.
I was gonna say it.
It's a joke.
Nah.
Goddamn dick.
If he was just not here just to not be here, we would have let it fly. But my nigga going through some shit right now.
I'm so, okay. Well, I mean,
I
I
love
know
you,
now.
dog.
But
Rest
I mean,
in peace, Vic.
Damn.
Damn.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Hey,
I'm
wait.
just playing.
That shit funny to the motherfucker.
Oh, so y'all can play about death, but y'all can't play about it. Oh, come on now. Get the fuck.
This is a totally different level. With
I
it.
never-
See, I said for
That shit was funny as
I should
fuck.
have shut the fuck up. That's
That
what I
shit
should
is
have did.
empty. It's a stuffed animal right there, goddamn.
All right. Like
He's
I
here in
said,
spirit.
health is wealth. If you ain't checking your health and you're playing yourself.
This is very-
Are you done?
Yeah.
The title of the article is Why Habits Form and How to Build Them. So like y'all's little habits of, money spending and stuff connects to it.
I got a habit of being in our house.
You ever suck dick for crack?
Jackie.
No.
That's a
And
habit.
why
Jackie.
you say Jackie?
Jackie said click for crack.
Still
Yep,
doing
snorted
crack.
right off the ass crack.
So
Anyways.
it was habit forming.
And then you just round the pussy.
Habit
Mhm.
forming.
Ah, nigga.
Can you repeat that? I'm so sorry.
What you say? Coke and
Ah,
juice?
shit!
Coke and juice?
Yeah,
Yo,
he
rough
rough
ass
as fuck.
hands.
Can I
Nigga,
catch my
my
pill? Ain't nobody
You
care
said-
about your dry ass hands.
That's him!
She got moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
So you said.
Go ahead with that red pill. He haven't taken his vitamin, that's all.
He
Go
really
ahead,
hasn't.
come
They
with
haven't
that pill.
taken his dick by him.
No,
Okay.
Jackie got moderate. Y'all seen the commercials if you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
So the title of the pill is
Mm-hmm.
Why Habits Form and How to Build Them.
Okay.
So more Mayan comes from practice. So like the more you start putting in work for something, you can figure it out. So like building a podcast, everybody came and they started building a podcast.
Putting effort
For
into it.
example, yeah. So this means that nerve impulses can travel more quickly to your head and make more ions. Things like right now you have like less concentration on what you guys want to talk about. And then in order to build more power, you have to put your mind into the influence to be able to change. So you can't just be stubborn, even though some of us said we were stubborn earlier.
Unfortunately.
Lots of things.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
guys think you can change easily and change your mindset?
Hell no.
It's never
Oh.
easy. Change is always uncomfortable. However, you change for what you want.
Yeah.
It's really.
Let me
I-
say this
Go ahead,
with
go
with
on, 'cause
some
go ahead.
advice
Go ahead.
kind of integrated in it. Honestly,
Oh, a young nigga got advice. Let's hear it, old man. Old men.
if you make a habit out of making habits, whatever you gotta do
Is a habit.
is
See,
a habit.
We knew that 5 years ago, youngster. No,
But
I'm
how
fucking
do
with
you
you.
have it when
I'm
the
fucking
habit
with you.
habits?
Yes. Inside of that
So
habit,
anyway,
Next to the habit, how do you have it when a nun has a habit?
when you have a habit of dick
I'm about to
cheese.
say,
No,
what?
I'm not-
I'm about
What
to
do you
say-
do when that nun has a habit and the habit
Nah.
is knowing that the
No, you're
priest
right.
fucking
Don't
kids?
try to build off bullshit. Come on.
In
man.
that habit,
So look, basically, right?
all these habits.
That's number one. Okay. Number two, after that happens, if you can make that happen for yourself, then creating a habit or dedicating time to creating a habit won't be an issue. Case in point, college kids.
What you say about us?
They create
do?
the habit
Of
of doing, like, say, homework.
No,
No, the fuck I don't.
What?
Y'all gotta make it, don't y'all?
Fine, see,
Yeah,
That's not a
Y'all-
habit. That's just doing it because I have to.
Y'all have passed classes and graduated at this point,
Wait a
haven't
minute.
y'all?
So look,
Okay
PK,
then.
a habit is something that you can
No, I'm
do
still in
without
school.
thinking about
Homework?
it. That was a horrible example.
Homework?
It's not a horrible example. I knew some fucking scholars. They
Nigga,
had a
but
habit of
going to
3
class-
hours
No,
a day.
no.
They mentally, emotionally, and socially shut themselves
I
off
should be
at,
doing homework right now.
at a certain
No,
point
nerds.
in time. At a certain point in time
So I'll
in
do
the
that shit
day,
later.
because they allocate that time to either studying or getting something done. It ain't gotta just be. It's just
No, it's
the
done
habit
last
that
minute.
they have.
It's
Let me
levels
tell you my
to it, though.
technique. Let me tell you my
That's not
technique.
healthy,
Let
son.
me tell you my
It's not.
technique, okay? Procrastination no jutsu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that shit. I cry.
Byron, I understand.
I don't
I get what
respond to
you're saying.
I
toxicity.
put aside a lot of time to do my
And I never do it.
All you do
Doing
is
that
just
a
have
lot
some
of times.
experienced
Yeah.
college students.
She
to
a
tell you
fucking
their
nerd.
experience.
Exactly, and those are the ones who succeed. So what's up?
Fuck
Okay,
you.
but-
I'm succeeding,
Nah,
nigga.
fuck you. No.
Wait. One, how do you define succeed? But hold on, before that, it's levels to this shit.
They succeed
You know
in
what,
the
Mark?
game
That
that
was a
they
real
are
sneeze.
I
playing.
respect you. You are the only other person on the podcast staff with a full beard like me. Congratulations, my nigga.
Shut the fuck up, Todd.
It
Say
says a
that, Mark.
person with a baby face right now.
I
What
just
are you
shaved.
doing?
My baby face can grow faster than any of that shit you got on
Until
your
I
face.
see it, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
That's valid to
Pixar
say.
didn't happen. No.
All right.
That's valid to
He
say.
finna
that.
Play-Doh his face.
we can measure length today.
Today.
Mhm.
Okay.
I bet you my shit will grow faster than yours in 4 weeks.
Afterwards. Right? Okay, cool.
Measure his length.
Anyway.
Flat iron his
Hold on,
shit.
that didn't even
Some gay
sound right.
shit.
I'm about to say, because it was a dick measuring contest now. That's what's up.
We ain't got
Now
the
look.
small rulers.
Oh, all right. I'm head
All
out.
right, so look. Right. But, like, yeah, habits, right?
Yeah, no, you're right though. But it takes discipline, and I like that shit.
Yes, that's
Alright,
really
somebody
it.
say so.
That's really
If
it.
they
It's
sold
discipline.
discipline at the motherfucking store,
You have to learn discipline first.
cash me
But we're
out.
talking about creating habits.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
no,
learn
you're
discipline
right.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But I
How,
mean,
so does that mean it's hard for you to create a habit?
Yeah,
it's
I
about
wish-
how much interest I have in that thing.
You ever had a moment-
like we said in the red pill.
Don't
Have you ever had
snort
the moment
coke
where you
at
wish you
2
were-
o'clock. Snorted it.
starting an anime, or like just an action movie, a fighting movie, and like
Yes.
the montage.
I have been Jackie Chan in a lot of
That's
his
what I'm saying,
in a
man.
lot of his movies.
I've been like the lead anime character where they just go in this like training session, you know,
Yes.
like Rocky. You know what I mean? 4 scenes later,
Yeah.
this motherfucker. Like,
Mhm.
but yeah, it don't work like that.
Every Japanese film, I swear I know it.
Right?
I swear I know it. It Man, when I saw It Man, oh, it was over.
Yeah.
I was in everybody with them.
man.
Nigga, I was bitch. And everybody with it.
Man, shit.
Whole
speaking
time
of
I'm
them
doing
movies,
nothing.
What was that damn movie called that we like so much with the tower? What was it called?
Dark Tower?
No,
Yeah, I just-
no. He was literally fighting up like different floors, huh? The Raid. That is a hard ass movie, dude. Man,
The Raid?
it was a SWAT team that went in. There was only
I
one
know what he's
dude
talking about.
who made it all the way up to the top. Dude was cold as fuck.
It's on
Since we were
Netflix?
speaking about
With
Nah,
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I know what you're talking about.
Wow.
No,
Anyway,
Wow.
it's called the Raid.
I'm just
The Raid
playing.
Redemption. Yeah, that shit's dope. Look that up. That is an amazing movie. But anyway,
But anyway,
there's I guess people across the spectrum here. You know, there's people
I'ma
where,
just-
who create habits. I made you know the podcast a habit for me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
saying that
like, nope, I
what
already
you're
got it
saying
locked in
is
my
not
head.
correct.
But a habit
Oh,
is
I'm
more so
saying,
I'm
something
not
that
saying
you
that
do
you,
without
it's
thinking
different.
about
yeah,
it.
it's definitely a different way. I changed
That's not
through experience.
You do this consciously, like you choose to not. You choose. We all choose to come here. You choose. Oh, I'm gonna go today, or I'm not gonna go that day. Whatever. It's not a
What
habit.
you mean,
though.
like getting up and like brushing your teeth?
Yeah, that's a habit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel.
So
I feel. Like so, basically burning something into the way you operate on a daily.
It, you just do it.
So the way you operate on a daily.
The way you eat food.
Okay, so
like
how
like
how hard
smoking
is
a cigarette after I eat is
so
literally
it's a bad
That's a
habit.
habit.
It's a bad habit, but it's a habit.
But
but
we're
how
not
do you change
discussing
the way
whether
you
it's-
think though?
Just practice.
What?
To be honest, effort.
Think some. Oh, okay.
Effort.
That's the secret ingredient.
All of us.
The secret ingredient is definitely effort.
The Krabby Patty secret formula is effort. SpongeBob making the shit out them Krabby Patties. I swear to God, you ain't never looked at a Krabby Patty and not wanted to fuck it up. That's all
Oh,
I'm
well,
saying.
shit. We're about to get into the black pill.
Jelly.
Yeah, man. He used to fuck them Krabby Patties
Oh
up. boy.
God, I want some jellyfish jelly. Hello. Tell me more.
Okay. Hush. Now that you guys have seen the video, we're gonna put the listeners on basically what we watched. So the whole theme of it all together was that the Christian rhetorics or ideals are kind of taking over each branch of the government. To put that into perspective, 70% of white,
Yakubian!
yeah, support Trump. Another quote that stood out that I think everyone made a face for was, "God will use flawed people to bring about change." One of the groups that they're actually going against at the moment is the LGBT community. And what do you guys think of what she said? Because Jackie had an issue with it, it seemed. What do you guys think about it?
Listeners back on? Cool beans.
Oh, so you did call my name. Okay, I thought I was tripping for a second.
I was going to stare at her.
Let's go with her first.
Go ahead.
Anyways, yeah, fuck that bitch. Nah, fuck all of them. No, I'm just
The blanket statement at the beginning of everything.
fuck that shit.
So you had all the commentary during the video where you ain't got shit to say now.
I barely said anything. I said a couple of things. But
Still had commentary.
I did.
Alright,
You're saying what do you think, but what about which part? Like, could
Do you
she
think-
I have
address
a
multiple?
Do you think
I have a question.
Do I think the objective of the white nationalists or Christianity?
taking over the government, you think it's actually an actual problem, or do you think it's something she just is starting to form its own opinion?
It's not. It's always been a problem. It's not a problem that ever went away. It's not a problem that's just starting. It's always been there. It's just more put out in the open because of technology or the advancement of technology and people's with these freedoms that are coming out. Freedom of speech. People can say whatever they want. It's always been there though, and it was just silent, or it was more covert.
Yeah.
So.
Do you guys understand that this country was built on religion?
Yeah.
No,
on the very money,
it wasn't.
on the very money that we use now as
It's all
corporations.
influenced by
And
religion.
God, we
No,
trust.
it wasn't. This is supposed to be a secular nation. I've been waiting to say this. America was built by our founding fathers to be a secular nation. No religion is above the other, so the government runs off the basis of no fucking religion. The reason why our money say "In God We Trust" is because between 1948 and 1962, we was under the MacArthur scare. That was when a big ass nigga named MacArthur was able to say, "You're a communist. We finna bring you to trial." The communists over in Russia promoted atheism. They did not.
You know when this country started?
I'm putting it all together because you mentioned "In God We Trust" on the money.
Mm-hmm.
That started in the 1960s under the MacArthur scare because
It's always been on the money.
no, it hasn't. Do your research. No, it has not. Go ahead. Do your Googles. No, it has not. "In God We Trust" became on our money because the American government was trying to bring us all under the national banner of a solid God. So we have a commonality to
Amongst
separate
everybody.
us from the atheist communists over in Russia.
And to make it,
It was
easier
all.
to
It
control.
was a Cold War tactic.
To
As
keep
an
everybody
atheist, I've studied this shit fully because
Yeah.
How we start from a non-secular country to have "In God We Trust" on our money?
But before
There
that,
had to be something that happened.
Yeah.
Somebody got in
But
power.
what you have to deal with, though,
America
the
America
fact
is
that-
heavy Christianity.
Before that-
However, it's a non-secular country.
here's the
But
reality.
before
though.
that, they used to take you to court for saying, for not believing in God. Like, can you sit here and say
So,
that you
There
don't
is
believe
never
in
a
God?
court case you can find me in American law that somebody who's been taken to court for not believing
Right.
in God.
No. Here's the situation, though. Even though that may be the case, even if you take away the "In God We Trust" on the money, the reality is the fact that religion was enshrined in the founding papers of the United States of America, right? But
It wasn't.
well, no. The right to practice your religion is protected, but also the people who wrote it believed in religion, and that was part of their identity. So they couldn't separate it because rich land.
No.
Not every one of them. I understand.
A
but-
majority of them was actually wasn't Christian. They had their own kind of religious beliefs.
right, but by
but they
then
wasn't
society,
Christian.
society had already
It was a Christian denomination.
right. It was
no, it wasn't.
Derivative. Yeah,
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
When the
It
country
wasn't.
started?
No, it was not. It was not at all. When America first started, Christians was the minority. Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
it was. It
so
was.
when are we saying
Fact checker. I need you to be going right now.
I was doing a thing for someone else, or doing a thing for it, but okay.
Understand. But no, when America
I
first
feel like
started,
the majority, but here's, it's not everybody. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the people in power, rich, white, land-owning men.
Mhm.
They consolidated power through religion, and that was their practice because that's what the first of the 13 colonies was founded. It was founded by Puritans.
And
That's literally
Yeah.
where it started in the like here
Because-
before it was the United States. What's up?
when you try to explain something like that is beyond the scope of understanding on a time scale,
Mhm.
you have to modernize it, right?
Mhm.
So that way everybody can understand. And the way that you can relate it to modern times, right?
Mhm.
If you think about marketing,
Mhm.
they market off of emotional appeal,
Yeah.
right? They market based off what you're going to feel when you look at an ad, when you look at a product or a service. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they use that tactic to make you buy, because money is power.
But here's the
And
problem.
wait. So back then, the people who had the power were just the people who just ran everything. Period.
Mhm.
And nowadays, the people who have the power are the people with the most money.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the people with the power back then set the standard, and nowadays you can see that the standard still exists because they're using the same tactics. Bottom line, the base of it all. What is religion? What does religion pull out of you, or just the talk of religion, whatever? Any type
We've
of
talked about that
spiritual
before.
thing. You know what I'm saying? What
It's a
type
way
of grip or
life.
No.
That's
hold?
all it is.
What type of hold does that have on you? An emotional one.
Hold on.
The most popular religion in the U.S. is Christianity.
Mhm.
Impressing the majority of the population at 73.7 of adults as of 2016.
The second place.
Right?
No,
we was talking about when it started.
What is the religion of the country of America? Like,
Yeah,
What?
Christianity.
No.
Okay.
I guess
think
You
what
said
they're asking,
basically
when
we trying to
America
figure out if
or
there
when
was a
the 13
minority.
colonies
No.
started?
You
No,
said
no, no, no.
Christianity was the minority.
No. What I mean by that,
it.
what I mean by that is, Iran is a Muslim nation.
Right.
The country and its laws are based off Sharia law.
Right.
America and its laws is not based off the Ten Commandments and its laws.
Right.
That's what I mean by America being a Christian
You
nation.
mean
Yes.
officially?
Not the religion that's dominant.
You mean
It's
we don't have an official religion?
that's what I mean.
Let me read this. Its various faiths has had a major influence of art, culture, philosophy, and laws. Between them, the United States, Mexico, and Canada, according to 85% of the population of North America, religion in each of these countries is dominated by Christianity, making it the largest religion in North America.
But it's still not the religion of that country.
Right.
You
But
get what I'm
you
saying?
have to- yes, I do. Like officially, America is a secular nation, and our laws are not derived from the Holy Bible or for any of like Christian teachings. It is a religiously colorblind document that is just focusing on the laws of the land as far as how people interact, like especially outside of religion. But what you have to do is follow the money. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Christianity is like in terms of like from the beginning of our journey to become what we are today, right? The 13 colonies that branched off, right? The first one was founded by Puritans.
Yeah.
So they have had since 16 something to consolidate their message and their money, because you got to pay your tithes and offering. So if we look at what's required to market, like you were saying, is money. They've been like the Catholic Church literally used to go around fighting wars and taking gold and shit. You know what I mean? So like that idea of money and religion, it has been intertwined for.
And to take a step back from that one thing in particular, you had to convince people that that's what needed to be done.
Or
so
not. I don't even think you had to convince them. I think
you
started when people at this little like congregation decided to, hey, we're gonna go feed some poor people. We're gonna go do shit for them so they like us.
Yeah.
So it's that
so
idea
they can
of survival
fight with us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So numbers.
If you're with the church, you survive.
Right, and that in itself is again its own form of marketing. Yeah. If you want somebody to follow your cause or to do what you want them to do, you have to convince them that it is the right thing to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So what you do is you track how they have been able to like change and update and modernize over the centuries, because you can't go around fighting wars like that, or can you? Some people
they
think
use
you can.
religion,
but you can't go crusading. Well, it may look different, but no. My whole point is those religious people are buying our government. Because it's not even buying, because the people in power actually believe those things.
That's all about the numbers.
So with them being religious, like you have to limit the behavior of the only groups that are afraid of the government are people who like. So businesses, for example. The only reason business is like is putting all this money into like funding different causes for like fucked up reasons is because only the government can stop them. Because the government will kick your fucking door down and tell you to stop with AK-47s.
Yeah.
And they pay, you know what I mean? So we're the only entity that can check organizations like that. And the problem is the people in the position to check them aren't checking them because they believe what they're doing.
Yep.
And that's where the corruption comes in. It's just as corrupt as like oil companies. You know what I mean? Like, as an atheist.
You're an atheist too?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
You're supposed to do the color purple. You're supposed to do the little color purple.
Y'all so lame.
Y'all
But no, so like...
Shut up, believer.
The only organization that can check groups like that is government. And that's why they spend all the money that they've amassed over the centuries to like market and try to get people in. And when you stay in that, Joel Osteen.
I hate Joel
Osteen. Hurricane. He was like, these motherfuckers that come in my church, close the door. Security. Like, and it's like, yo, this is church. So that's why there should be an entity to check that shit. Like, you can put it in a law. And they can bitch about it as much as they want.
But it needs to be.
But if it's a law, it can be enforced. And it should be enforced. But they have people who believe that it's okay to do that. So, my entire point is, when and why aren't atheists politically active? And like, in terms of forming a solidarity? Because we're the second largest group.
I think it's because... on like a grand
what
scale of atheists. Well, I'm spiritual, so atheist, basically, right?
No,
not
it might. For me, it is. I don't.
It's not.
I mean, I believe. Well,
atheism
we're not gonna really go.
The belief. No, atheism is the belief that there is no higher power, no God.
Yeah.
So why don't you vote that?
Because
atheist literally is a.
How you gonna come here?
I was just gonna break it down.
But spirituality is believing that there is a higher power. You're just not putting a specific name.
No, that's not that.
That's
the highest power is myself.
No. What she
but
means
it's not
is
the same thing as...
what she means is atheist is 2 words. A-theist. Theist means with God. A means without.
Right.
Without God.
Yeah.
That even goes for spiritual. If you believe in a
So
higher
we're
power,
on the
you
same
still believe in
page.
something greater than
We're on
you.
the same
Well,
page. I'm an atheist.
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm an atheist. That is the label for it. Okay.
Mhm.
So, see, y'all should
Sorry,
really
man.
say
I'm
what
just
we
saying
say.
because now you're a big Christian.
I'm sorry.
Church every
Well, I was
Sunday.
gonna
This
say,
was
like,
my
I'm not
thing
gonna-
of it. I
He's
said-
I wasn't
on
trying
the
to-
Because
usher
I-
board.
Because I
wasn't
grew
trying to
up
fuck up
with
what you
it,
were
I'm
saying.
not. I can't just
I
get
was
that
just
freely.
like,
But
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, science gives facts, and that's where my attention lies.
So I got a question for y'all.
Hold on, whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you forgot. Sorry.
Well, I did forget, but like, what? Damn it!
And this
What
is
did y'all
a-
stem off of?
Oh,
I was gonna skip.
the governments are really powerful, and they're the only ones who can check the church and organizations like that, and it's because of the money that they amassed over the centuries that they're able to like market in a different way to attract.
Bro.
Oh,
You
you're
got your
talking
nails.
about
So
why
you
haven't
the-
atheists, you know,
Yeah.
stepped up? Okay,
So, like-
as their own thing. Okay, so
As their
I
own group.
think
Yeah.
it's a overall societal. Nice. Did you
You
get
better
it?
get it.
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
dry as a bone.
They are driving.
I think it's an
but-
overall-
but you ain't get it, buddy.
Societal pressure.
I'm gonna kill Jack.
So it's
Jack
kind of
out.
like one of those things. Well, we can like relate it to any other like you say minority group that took a while to come together and come out and be like, hey, we are a thing. Cause shit, even the Satanists fucking got bills.
Twitter
and,
page.
yeah, I
So
mean
them motherfuckers out here.
they got bills and laws passed like to say that Satanism is like a real religion. I mean, it is.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what? I think we just haven't
They
realized that we can organize. Like
Satanism is not a bad
No, it's-
religion, though.
I look at it
You're
as
right.
being...
Like,
honestly,
if you actually study the tenets of Satanism, it is not it's better than Christianity. Honestly.
They just sacrifice goats.
No,
Not
they
even.
don't. They don't.
Nah,
They
that's-
don't.
Those are radical.
They are pro-abortion. They are
Radical.
pro-women
Yeah, radical group.
rights. Their actual beliefs of
I
Satanism.
guess it ain't all that bad then, right?
I mean, at the
No,
end
I'm
of the
just
day,
playing.
you
I'm
talking
just
about
playing.
biblical shit. Satan himself used to be an angel.
Yeah.
He was just an angel that did his own
Satan,
thing.
if you study the Bible, Satan is not
Yeah,
a bad
no,
guy.
no.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not the
bad.
villain
He
of
just
the
did his
story.
own
God
thing.
is. He the one driving
God
the
is.
motherfucker.
He just did his own thing, but Satan needed his own group.
God let people get raped. God let people get killed. He let kids get killed. My nigga flooded the earth. He's the
Twice.
villain. Twice. He's the villain of his own story.
Mm-hmm.
The angels that rebelled against him
Or want to be like him, actually.
are the protagonists. Jesus is the nigga who carries on
The legacy.
the legacy. He's Darth Vader. God is Darth Sidious.
What did you say, though, Mark?
Well-
Because I want to speak on
You
it.
so fucking
about
lame.
voting atheists. Like,
But all my
Oh,
Star
no,
Wars
that's-
listeners
that's
caught
what
that
you said.
reference.
You said you think that we haven't made a
We
social
haven't
media
grouped
thing
together.
grouped together because you
Yeah.
don't think what'd you say? You don't think that we know or
that we realize that we are the second largest
I look at
religious
it-
group or anti-religious group, like second
look-
to Christianity.
Okay, so I disagree with that, and I look at it more so whether it's being smart or not. But in
I'm
my
talking about in
opinion-
America.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is, if you the dude that
What?
the dude that hey,
And you
Yeah.
still ain't get it, nigga. You smack
Just
me
like the
across
last
your
episode,
face.
we
And
trying to
still
get a
ain't
fly that
it,
got
nigga.
in. We left the door open too long.
but as an example, the dude I forget his name.
He
That
messing with you
basically, the dude that basically came out with all the fucking shits as far as the United States.
No, he's just for this one.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you fucking suck.
Nope.
The dude that came out with the government's business basically.
Oh,
That nigga
Ed
was
Snowden?
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
nigga
yeah,
had to
yeah.
go on the run. Literally, it wasn't. This nigga still in
He was
high.
an asshole though. Now he got caught.
Oh really? They called
Yeah,
him?
man, this dumb motherfucker
yeah,
gonna
they
go in
caught
somebody else's embassy and act. This motherfucker would like not clean his dishes. Like he was like a bad roommate for the embassy. So they set him up to get caught.
What the fuck are you doing?
Still
You
recording.
finna light up that motherfucker?
Oh God! Like,
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But so with that as an example, it's more so I mean, if we got a group big enough, maybe.
See, but
But the thing is,
Well,
I
the
feel like
group
it's
is
like
huge
saying
already.
no together.
I know that.
Together, like actually on the same
Like,
page.
I'm
Like
finna kill this motherfucker.
We gotta figure out what the
I'm finna
glue
see
is.
him coming.
exactly, because it's like more so different people are
as an
speaking on
atheist,
different
what do you want
things.
from your government, though? You
As an
personally.
atheist,
I don't want they ass.
As
But
an
the thing
atheist?
is,
Are you an
gov-
atheist?
hold
Any
on.
form of government, no, I'm not.
Well, okay, he as an atheist.
Right.
So an atheist,
But
as
now
an
you're
atheist,
claiming it.
well, I mean that's the label. That's the general label.
Yeah.
So you know,
I'm
so
just-
you
it
can
was
hit
a
my
joke.
point.
It was a
No, it's
joke.
all good. It's all good. Look at your eyes. Oh my God. So no, it's
People
all good.
checking his
So
values,
look,
Jackie.
so as in quote unquote atheist, right?
Oh, it's not.
I believe in neutrality.
You
see what
can't
I'm
be
saying?
neutral.
what does that look-
No. It's not me being neutral.
Mhm.
It's the law being neutral.
No,
So-
it can't be.
Well,
So
it
under-
It's
can
supposed to
be.
The
It's-
idea of it is supposed
Well,
to be.
no,
but it
that's-
can't be
that's
because
what-
it's humans that are
He
making
asked me
it.
what I wanted. And
So
so,
look.
as an
Oh, okay.
atheist,
All right. You're
I
right, man.
want everything to be in a space that applies to any individual put in the blank spot.
Can
I
you
got-
give
I got
a
a
real?
question.
Hold on, wait. Can you give a real world example of something that's happening now
Uh,
under that idea of like
honestly, a
government?
real world example of
I
government
have one.
is
Wait a minute.
reform.
I have one.
Reform?
They have there's a,
What are you reforming?
a
Reform is
representative,
change.
I believe, from Texas, who proposed an idea of every child that is born to open up an account, right? And they cannot touch this account until they are, I believe they said, the age of 18. And it's not so much of just like handing money to them. This is an
Oh.
account that you use for certain things like schooling, buying a house, and things of that nature.
I
So you can
see.
only use them for certain responsibilities.
You know what's so fucking crazy?
I think it's a good idea.
Well,
but where's
that's
the
a
money
good
coming